Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for what will be the massivest test match in New Zealand for quite some time. This game is absolutely huge. It's a test decider between Ireland and New Zealand. Now, New Zealand, they actually have two late injury changes that we should mention, and that is going to be that there is no Bowden, no Bowden is there. There is no Scott Barrett, and Scott Barrett is out, and that is due to a calf or an Achilles tightness. So due to that, it does mean that Akira Ioane goes into the starting lineup. And alongside that, Tupava'ai, he takes his spot off the bench. Carl Tunokiafi added to the bench, and that is due to the injury of Aiden Ross. A little bit of something in the hamstring or the tightness of the calf as well, I believe. They're just possibly pushing a little bit too hard, the All Blacks, in that training, waiting for the opportunity to take on the Irish. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who you feel will be able to win this contest. It's going to be an absolutely massive one. Like I mentioned, there is a huge amount of implications on the line, and both of these sides will be looking to absolutely go out and fire. And also we have got there, Tatut young man, says Steve, and of course Johnny Sexton. It is there saying that he is out with the tweet calf, but luckily he will be playing, Johnny Sexton. Someone else who will be playing for the All Blacks, it is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. A big opportunity for him to make his way into the All Blacks, and he will be coming off the bench in this match as well. But what we will quickly do is we will go like this, and we will go like this, just making sure everything is running smoothly. We have still got about 30 minutes or so till this match does get underway, so I just want to make sure that the stream speed is going to be the way that we need it to be, because this game is, like I mentioned, absolutely huge. You're going to hear me say that a lot, and also nice dude says, Steve, thank you very much, mate. It is a big match, so of course, anytime there's a big match, we put the big match suit on, and we are going to be well and truly dressed to impress for this game. I'm hoping the All Blacks are going to put on an impressive performance alongside them. They have got an Irish side who recently got themselves their first ever win in New Zealand. They will be looking for a second possibility one, and it's going to be massive. I cannot speak at the moment, but I cannot wait for this match. We will be looking through at the starting lineups and reserves right now to let you guys know exactly who will be out there on the park for New Zealand. George Bower, Cody Taylor, and Nepo Lolala as the front row. So just the one change from last week, which was Ofa Tuangafasi. He started at tight head instead. Nepo Lolala, his Blues teammate, does get the nod to start this one. Brodie Retallick at number 4, and the massive return of Sam Whitelock. Now, we weren't even sure whether or not he was going to be all right to start this match, Sam Whitelock, due to his delayed concussion, but he seems good to go, and he will be a very important factor for the All Blacks when it comes to that line out. Scott Barrett at 6, Sam Cane at 7, and Ardie Savia at number 8. But I should mention that Scott Barrett at number 6 is no longer. It will instead be Akira Ioane, who does slot in as blindside flanker. That is due to the injury of Scott Barrett. My guy looking fresh is a real commentator, says John is on the channel. And also, why you in a suit? It is a big match, and when we are watching big matches, we always get the big match suit on. All right, on Chahu, and yes, there says Gunspark, and also waiting here at Lower Heart Hamish. I think it will be close, or at least a draw. Plenty of supporters in Wellington tonight. Are you looking for Hamish, who helped to doll you up? Lol, Bob says it, Bob there as well. No, I just did it up. I'll put this together. I know that that's something that people normally say when they've put in a lot of effort, but I literally just grabbed the suit, did the tie, and got ready to go for another match. Like I mentioned, this game is going to be absolutely incredible to watch. Ireland, we're going to get to see a newfound lease of just confidence playing in New Zealand, looking good. And the Super Brother 60 says Dusty Williams, and also All Blacks to win against Ireland. And evening, brother. Hope all as well. It's going to be epic game. Going All Blacks by 7, says Birdie V there. And yeah, it's going to be entertaining. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he has got a good opportunity off the bench. Rieko Ioane, he will be starting this match, and he is at number 13 for his 50th test match. And Bet you're wearing shorts, says Dwayne. Not quite, but they are just normal pants. Nothing too fancy with these ones, just plain old chinos pretty much. Is Mackenzie playing? He is not, but the backline will be Aaron Smith at number 9, Bowden Barrett at number 10, and then David Havili, Rieko Ioane in the midfield. So the return of David Havili to the All Blacks after testing positive. Sevu Reece takes the wing of Leicester Whaiananuku. Will Jordan out on the right wing, a man who a lot of people are picking to be able to score at least one try in this contest. And then Geordie Barrett is there at number 15. But quickly looking through this Irish side, and boy, they have got some stars in this lineup. It is going to be Andrew Porter, the man who got himself 2 tries last week. Dan Sheehan at 2, and Tyke Furlong at number 3. So an all-Leinster front row for the Irish. And at this contest, Ty Byrne slotting in at number 4, and then James Ryan at 5. So no change there for last week. And then Peter O'Mahony at number 6. Josh Van den Fleur, one of the best 7s around, at number 7. And then Caelan Doris, number 8. Then the back line pretty unchanged from last week, other than the injury forced replacement that we did see. Unfortunately, Gary Ringrose, he just didn't quite work out unfortunately, due to that injury, he wasn't going to be back in time after taking the head knock from Angus Ta'avao. So because of it, it does mean that it will be instead Bundy Aki at number 12, Robbie Henshaw at 13, Jameson Gibson Park at 9, Johnny Sexton at 10. He's going to have a big game, and then James Lowe, Matt Hansen, and Hugo Keenan as the rest. And also all you need is a hat on top of it, brother, to make it look like a Mafia Don. See his mark there. I mean, the only hat I've got is a Melbourne Stars one, but unfortunately it's green. So it doesn't quite work, does it? I kind of all of a sudden look like I'm about 30 years older and I do some trucking in America as well, but doesn't quite work out with the old green screen. But that is the starting lineup for Ireland. Do let me know who you guys feel will be able to win this contest, and also who will get the first try of this match, because there is certainly plenty of talent out there on the field. My prediction, it's a tricky one to predict, to be honest, because these two sides, it's... The thing is, if the All Blacks play like they did in the first match, they will win this test match. If Ireland play like they did in the second test match, they will win this test match. If both of the sides play like they did in the first and the second combined, all of a sudden we're going to have a last-minute thriller that could go down to the absolute wire, and it's going to be a pretty insane one. First try, Rico in there as well as a prediction. And yeah, 50th test match for him. I should also mention another milestone coming up later on tonight. It is going to be Eben Etzebeth, who does bring up his 100th test match cap for South Africa. So there are a few big milestones coming out in this round of rugby, but I believe there is also another one. Someone's got 50. I think that's Bongi Umbanambi into their match. And Will Jordan says Kiwi Lad Adventure. And also I'm going to try and let my missus, or I'm going to let my missus watch the sky later. Says Tony, and best wishes to the two teams. Hope the game goes like the team can play. And there is exactly right. If we get anything like a game similar to what we saw for the Māori All Blacks when they did end up playing up against them, I think this is going to be a cracker. And a lot of these guys for Ireland off the bench, they have got the same pretty much bench that we did have for the Māori All Blacks game, with a couple exceptions. We'll just quickly put that up on the screen as well. One moment, we go like that. And like this, maybe. It's going to behave. Maybe a little bit. There we go. There we go. We have got them up. Dane Coles at number 16, a change for the All Blacks. Rather than having Aidan Ross at number 17, it will be Carl Tunukiafi. That is due to a calf tightness of Aidan Ross. So he is our Ofa Tongafasi at number 18. Akiriwani, he has moved into the starting lineup. So Tupava'ai takes his spot at number 19. Dalton Papali at 20. Falau Fakatava, 21. Richie Moonga at 22. And then Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, RTS, will get his debut later on for the All Blacks. For Ireland, Rob Herring, Cian Healy, and Finlay Bilham. Now, he was actually sick during the midweek game, so I believe he is still there, but that could change, of course, depending on what happens in the next little while. But then looking through, Kieran Treadwell has played every game of this I almost called it the British and Irish Lions tour, but every game of this tour he has been playing. Jack Conan, Cotter Murray, Joey Carberry, and then Keith Earls. Now, someone who's probably pretty unlucky to miss out was Jordan Lama after getting himself a double in the match up against the Māori All Blacks, and also the stadium still has a few empty seats, mate, says Bob, although the thing is, they said it was a sellout, so it's going to be massive. And do you think Lama would have been a better choice than Earls, says Hanoi? Off the midweek game, I would say yes, but they've decided to go with as much experience as they can, which is actually a similar tactic to what the All Blacks have gone with. I know Ian Foster mentioned earlier on in the week, he's gone with an experienced side. That is the word of the week. And also, I did hear a different statement, which was the All Blacks at this stage, like he said that it's up to the players, which is an interesting statement. And All Blacks bench better than the starters, says Tony. In some positions, I would say so. The likes of having some of those guys. Falau Fakatava, I think he's going to add a little bit more to the later stages of this game than Aaron Smith would, but I think Aaron Smith is definitely the guy who you have start this match, because he is going to really have to play that structured game of rugby for the All Blacks. Come on, the All Blacks, says the Kiwi Adventure Kid in there as well. Also, my New Zealand, says Nanise. And come on, Ireland, says Sergey. Or Sergey, it might be Sergey, maybe if I have said that correctly. But nonetheless, did anyone else watch the Pacific Nations Cup games earlier on in the day? Do let me know. And Will Jordan is unbelievable. He's easily be all-time leading try scorer in Test Rugby and Super Rugby. It's not just individual brilliance. He is playing with quality players in the ABs and the Crusaders. Yeah, he has a brilliant skill of just ending up right place, right time. And most of the time, like the amount of assists he has got in his career as well is actually pretty impressive compared with how many tries that he's got. So he doesn't just score tries, he shares them around with the team. And also we have got there, are you wearing suit pants or trackies? They are chinos. So kind of, I guess, slightly fancier than just track pants, but slightly still track pants, if that makes sense. Put my leg up again. It's just those. Nothing too fancy. Good morning from South Africa. Hope you're good, man. Hope All Blacks bounce back, says Sergio. And yeah, if they can bounce back in this match, they will certainly have themselves a decent crack of winning this series. But Ireland, they will be up for the challenge. They played at the stadium not too long ago, and that was in wet, windy conditions. It doesn't look too bad at the moment there in Wellington. It's going to be chilly. There might be a little bit of surface moisture. Strength and honour to all 1:39 a.m. Central Standard Time and Arkansas, USA. Go the All Blacks, says Kermit. So I appreciate you being here, mate. It's going to be a late night for a lot of people. Speaking of the USA, of course, playing up against Chile in the near future. They will be trying to get themselves a spot on that Rugby World Cup and not head to the repechage. Sexton 6 minutes, Will Jordan 12 minutes, Sam 21 minutes, number 4 35 minutes, and then Rico 44 minutes, Geordie 50 minutes, then Ireland 3-pointer, then again at 66 minutes, then 2 penalties from the ABs. I see. Right, well, that is the whole game plan now, I guess. We'll just go with that, see how it goes. But Sexton at 6 minutes, that's a big try to call, but if it does end up going well, I have to wait and see. And who was your favourite rugby player growing up? I was a big fan I used to really enjoy watching Doug Howlett out on the wing, just because that man had a ton of pace. In any game that I played, like, he was in it. Also, another real good player that used to be, like, brilliant to players with Tana Umaga, just because he had that power to be able to bump off a challenger. And also, what's the best way to watch rugby, by TV or in the stadium? Depends on the game and depends on the stadium a little bit. Some stadiums are definitely for the atmosphere, like you really go to them, such as Principality, the Aviva, you just hear the crowd and you get into the game straight away. Whereas at home, you do get the benefit of seeing a little bit more due to the replays and the different camera angles and everything. But I think I'll take it either way. And this game is certainly one that you wouldn't want to miss from the stadium. I probably saw 0 offloads from the ABs last week. Big changes at the ruck here, says Gunspark. And with the fact that they are now going to be missing out Scott Barrett from their lineup due to his injury, I'm wondering what Akira Ioane can bring to that starting lineup at number 6, a player who a lot of people thought was going to get that blindside flanker role last week, but instead they did go with Dalton Pabali. But currently, Ireland side, it is unchanged from what we heard a little bit earlier on in the week. We are 23 minutes away from the kickoff call pick. Do you have a green screen? A sheet behind you, says I do indeed. We did stick the green screen up, but Bjornham will be off the bench, so that is good news for the Irish, as he's really had the unluckiest story out of anyone, I'd have to say. He has had injuries. He has had, I think he got COVID at one point. And then also alongside that, he did end up sick last week. And morning, Hamish, watching from a cold Joburg in South Africa, says Josh Spike. So it is great to have you here, mate. Greetings from Malaysia. Here we go again, says Azal. Yeah, it's a massive game between these two sides. And Draggy Howlett was a genius, blistering pace at his best unstoppable, says Aaron Daly. Yeah, I just remember seeing him, like, pretty much look like he was just gliding type thing. And it was always very impressive to watch how cold in Joburg, says Annoy. And also listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony, another window with Hamish kicking this commentary stuff. Could it get any better, says Nazi Williams. Is Reese playing? He is at number 11 for this match. And also, sorry, typo, says Aaron. There for Dougie. And also Ireland all the way, says Deanna. But be sure to get your score predictions in, ladies and gentlemen. We have still got about 20 minutes till this game gets underway. We will get to see not just the national anthems, the haka from the All Blacks, and then it's going to be absolutely massive. And greetings from England, says it was E. And I assume that's a high-pitched E rather than a lower-pitched E for that one, but also a whole heap of E's in England as well. England playing a little bit later on. They will be taking on Australia, and what promises to be an exciting test as well. Cricket is the best sport to watch in a stadium, I think, says as long as you're watching the ball, because if you're not watching the ball and it smacks you, then you probably won't remember too much of the trip that you did go to the cricket ground. And also, who has been your favourite opposition player throughout the years, says Gavin. I love watching David Pocock, and I know he frustrated a lot of Kiwis, but he was just that good in the breakdown, just getting over the ball, just causing all kinds of problems. There's a few other big names that I could easily go with. I enjoy watching Ibanetsabev. I know that that's also one that some people would disagree with, but you know that he's going to bring you your physicality, and he's actually having his 100th match a little bit later on tonight. And also, New Zealand is going to smash Ireland, says Billy Ulstays. And also, come on, guys, give the man a like. And let's get to 100 likes, y'all, says Marco Vanapola. Yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We will be back for Australia, England, like I mentioned. And also, we are going to be doing all of the Rugby Championship on the channel as well. And also, greetings, AB's better win, says reality always wins. And you see what's tonight, or what's big tonight is passion. It's been a while since I felt like this, but Ireland is a deserving force to be reckoned with. Exactly right. Like Ireland, for me, they have completely turned around. Like, well, the thing is, though, it was never really a bad run for the Irish. It was just a little bit shaky a couple years ago. From there, they have just gone from strength to strength, and now to go from that to now winning a match in New Zealand to then have the chance to win a series in New Zealand is absolutely huge. And who is your favourite player? Says Rachel. I love watching Will Jordan play, of course, because of that great attacking. I guess you could say it's just kind of that attacking mindset of going aggressive, but also knowing when to come back and defend, which he seems to have very good vision. Will Jordan, let's go AB, says Shadow Hunter. But I also enjoy watching Artie Savia, who I feel will be huge for the All Blacks in this game. And also, hi, Hamish, looking dapper buddy. Says David the Mod, thank you very much, mate. The last time the All Blacks lost back-to-back matches in New Zealand was in 1998. I believe someone mentioned that was up against the Springboks. So it's longer than I was born was the last time that the All Blacks were losing 2 games in a row. That is huge. Do you think Sexton can get 12 points? I think so. I think they'll take a few early threes, get a few of them. I can't watch it tonight. I'm so sad, says Nick Reed. So the highlights, they will be on the All Blacks YouTube channel, so be sure to check those ones out. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Let's go, says Hong Kong Trail running experiences. And then also, let's see if this All Blacks team can coin or can, under Kane, have any battle this week. Right. Artie Savia practicing the kicking. Interesting choice. I'm using my dad's phone, says Heinrich. And also 4-1 is in the odds. And I know it's controversial, but do you think the refs are getting too soft these days, says Shadow Hunter? At times, some of the decisions you could say do look a little bit softer. But overall, I'd say like they're kind of just going by the book. And it's the book that's probably the problem, not the referees in some cases. Of course, there's a few other changes. I thought 1994, says Nanis there. And I think that was also to South Africa, wasn't it, back in the day? And All Blacks will smash Ireland, says Rachel. There are a lot of people who are confident that they're going to be able to fire back. I go with the Irish, says Stephen. And how's the weather? It looks like it's pretty nice. There was rain the other day when we did end up seeing the Māori All Blacks take on Ireland. But this game seems like the weather's turned up. It's going to be cold, probably about maybe 5-6 degrees, but no rain. Should be nice and dry. And also, you reckon you'll be on the news one day, mate, where they come over, check out what you do, keep George at home, Kay? What do you reckon? Says Marco Vanapola. We have actually talked about it, and we said that George, like, he probably managed to find a way of getting us cancelled if we were to do some sort of interview of some sort. My dad named it Honor, and it's me, Anthony. My phone is dead, says Anthony there, and also sounds great, says Hong Kong. And also, just look how far Argentina have come. Exactly right. They have done brilliantly. They will not smash us, says Patrick. I agree. This is going to be a close game. I do not expect a result like the first match. I don't expect a result like the second. I think it's going to be only about 6 points difference between these two sides, maybe even 5. And also, All Blacks keep discipline, Sergio. That is going to be a massive factor for them. If they don't end up being a disciplined side, last game, it cost them yellow cards, red cards. It was danger. Soon as Irish, or that Irish lineup ended up with the extra man, they just made the most of it and kept on going, keeping the pressure on. Let's go, the mighty ABs. Just stick to the basic, boys, and tackle, tackle, tackle. Any drop goals tonight? I don't believe so. I think we will be possible. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, if someone's got an advantage, they might consider just going for the drop kick to save the trouble of goal kicking. So maybe we will see one. And cheers from the States. I want to see one of those flying Artie Savia tries. He does love a leap, doesn't he? And also, I can imagine you'll be great as a horse racing commentary. No offense intended. You have that voice there, Shadow Hunter. No worries at all. It has been said many times. Also, auctioneer is another one that people have said if you ever want to, like, consider selling houses, you probably do all right. Can I watch it with someone? Says Nick. Unfortunately, I think overall, the only real options are Sky and also Stan. And imagine Ireland, England, Wales, and Scotland all win, says Ferris. The thing is, we don't even have to really imagine it. We saw it happen last week, and there's not really, like, there's not a huge possibility that it doesn't happen, is what I was going to say there. And also, g'day, lad, says Ian there. And also, the bit that makes the best commentary when peeps be themselves be real. Well, but that makes the best commentary when peeps be themselves be real and not fake like yous. And there as well, says Nuzzy Williams. But yeah, I couldn't imagine having to try and put on a persona for a, like, commentary one, because I feel like you'd slip up eventually and everyone would be like, you don't actually, like, you aren't actually a gangster. That's normally what I get. I normally am quite the gangster, as you guys know, obviously. And also, Will Jordan to score first try, says Tesla. And also, g'day, lads. And also, read my last chat, please. And it is the scores for when they will be taking place in homegrown. Come back to the 80 minutes for Artie. Want to see it. And yeah, that's the thing. It's a tricky one because Artie Savia got nowhere near as much game time as he wanted last week. And that was a big deciding factor. What stadium are they playing in? It is at Sky Stadium in Wellington. So this game, it should certainly be an exciting one. There shouldn't be too much wind around, I don't think. And also commentating is on point, Amish. And there says Gunspark. And also, I'm Catholic. So I've done 10 Our Fathers and 15 Hail Marys for the ABs. Also, All Blacks will mentally disintegrate if behind at halftime, says Tony. And also, off-ballard, can you keep it down, please, bro? And Marco Vanapola. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, get your score predictions in. This is going to be a massive one. And it is kicking off in less than 15 minutes' time. We have got the national anthems, which are just around the corner. Then we will see an intense haka from the All Blacks. I would assume that it's time to bring out Kapa o Pango because that will fire them up, hopefully, to the next level. It was going to FNG Stadium today. I did see Waikato won, though, which is pretty good for them, of course, over Manawatu. I think we're the team that they were playing. And also come on the All Blacks. So here's Damon there. But yeah, I think the All Blacks need something to fire them up a little bit more. Then we're seeing 100-0 to the All Blacks, says Tesla. I mean, if it happened, I'd be out of words, which is hard to do because I normally just talk and talk and talk. But I would be speechless if the All Blacks won by more than 20 points in this game. Like, even 20 points, I think will be a relative stretch if they can somehow find that momentum that they're after. But I think this game's going to be going down to the wire. I think my prediction was 7 points in favour of the All Blacks. They should perform. Capo pull finger, says David the Mod. And also, I put my money on -9 for the ABs to win. And also, cannot believe it. Even Kiwis are doubting their own team, says Sharp. And also, what a fine night. Oh, rugby, you rugby freaks, says Gunspark. And also, ABs by 7 or less, says Shadow Hunter. Good evening, Hamish. Here we go again, says Spider Mech. I hope you did sleep well, mate. And Ireland come romp in tonight, says Tony. And that's the thing. Ireland, from what we saw in that midweek match up against it was the Māori All Blacks. It's actually 2-2 in the series. When you think about it, 2 games won by the All Blacks, 1 game won by the All Blacks, 1 by the Māori All Blacks, 1 game lost by the All Blacks, 1 lost by the Māori All Blacks. So it's 2-2. This is not just the decider of the All Blacks series, but this is the decider that we have been waiting for a long time, a deciding match in New Zealand for the Irish. We have got there. Good afternoon, Hamish. Hope you're well, brother, says Steve Smith. I certainly am, mate. And I am hugely excited for this contest. Sweet as has donated and said we're in for a cracker. Good luck to both teams. See Sweet as there. And also Scott Barrett's there. Of course, there will be red cards, although taken out initially from the lineup due to a Achilles injury. So instead, it is actually going to be a Kiriwani at 6, and then Tupavai does slot in as the number 19 for this contest. And hello, mate. Nice to see you again. Hello from Siberia, says Jonathan there. So I hope you are doing well. And yeah, mate, Amish says advantage in there. And also, we have got, I would love the All Blacks blowout by 3 tries and $500 ABs to win. And also my heart is Ireland. My head says New Zealand. They'll be smarting from the last game. Ireland must have their tails up, but it's going to be tough, says Steve. And that's the thing. No matter what, we know that the Irish are going to turn up for this game because of that extra momentum, the crowd, the passion, just that extra spirit that the Irish will have here is going to mean that they go well and truly above and beyond for this game. So the All Blacks are going to have to be on the A game if they do want a chance of winning. Akira's at 6. That's justice, isn't it? He deserves it more. Yeah, I think he was the one who we thought was going to get it for the second match, but instead it was Dalton Pavali there in Fiji. And yes, Kapo Pango, be a great way to honour Ireland, says David the Mod there. Big love, Steve Smith, says Sebastian there. What is your prediction for this one, Steve? Do let me know. Do you think the All Blacks are going to be able to take it out, or do you see an Irish win just around the corner? Doing good, thank you. Go the Kiwis and later the box. And greetings, Hamish, from a sunny morning in North Wales, says Mickey Mouse there. But they are just showing the starting lineup, so we will do the same for New Zealand. It is a quite changed lineup, I guess you could say, from last week in terms of those little changes they've had to make throughout. George Bauer, Cody Taylor, and Nepal Olala, the first change in the starting lineup. Brody Retallick at number 4 is in his test 95. So it's been brilliant from him. Speaking of test caps, speaking of 95, this man does 95 in a seat. Sam Whitelock there at number 5 back into the side after his delayed concussion. Scott Barrett will no longer be at 6. Instead, it is Akira Ioane who does take that starting spot. That is due to the injury of Akira Ioane. Injury to Scott Barrett was an Achilles problem. Did tweak it on Thursday at training. Now, he has been taken out. Sam Cane, the captain, at number 7. And then Hardy Savia, he'll be fired up after only getting 40 minutes or so in that last fixture up against Ireland. Aaron Smith and Bowden Barrett, an unchanged half and fly half for the All Blacks. David Arvili moves into 12 rather than Quintal Paya, with Rico Ioane on the outside playing his 50th test. Sever Reese moves to the left wing rather than Lester Whaiananuku. Will Jordan takes Sever Reese's spot out on the right wing at 14, and then Geordie Barrett will be there at number 15. We have also got there, mate, look, I hope you're good, or I hope you're good. Got some beers, looking forward to the game as well. And cheers, brother, says Steve Smith. And Savia at 8 says Ferris, he is indeed. And our score will be 32-20 to the All Blacks. And come on, Wales. And morning, Mickey Mouse. I'm in Cheshire. We got a hot one this weekend, says Steve there. And also, come on, Sivu. It was. And also, Kiwi lads, winners Anton Leonard-Brown playing next season, unfortunately, due to his injury. Does mean that he is going to be missing for quite a bit more time. But now the Irish lineup, Andrew Porter, the man who got 2 tries last week, Dan Sheehan and Tyke Furlong, like I mentioned earlier on, an all-Irish front row for this contest. Tyke Byrne at number 4, James Ryan at 5, Peter O'Mahony, Josh Van den Fleur, and then Caelan Doris at number 8. So pretty unchanged in their front, or in fact, the whole 4-pack unchanged from last week's fixture. Jameson Gissenbach at 9, Johnny Sexton, the experienced man, at number 10. Bundyaki gets to take 12. That is due to the injury of Gary Ringrose, and Henshaw moves to 13 to cover that hole. Mac Hansen at 14, James Lowe at number 11, and Hugo Keenan there at number 15. But those are the starting lineups. These are the benches for this contest. And while 600 viewers and the game's still not started, could be a record breaker. Hamish says Steve Smith. Yeah, it is always absolutely incredible when we see so many people here for the match. Definitely because we haven't even had the national anthems yet, and we are just around the corner from them getting underway. But anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Bundyaki, throughout this series, he's played 72 minutes. He's got 1 try and he's made 11 tackles for himself throughout this season this tour, really. And also, we have got Ringrose injured. Oh no, says E there. Yeah, he is unfortunately out. But the good news is he should be back in only a couple of weeks. And how long before kickoff, Hamish? It is only about 8 minutes away, and all of Samoa behind the All Blacks, says Lennon. And I should say congratulations to Samoa for winning the Pacific Nations Cup 2022. And hi, Hamish, the All Blacks must be disciplined. My prediction is 25-23 for the All Blacks, and close. Will it be, Hamish? He's given. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be a close game, less than 7 points decider. I think I said the All Blacks by 7. And, not anybody can do what you do, or not anybody can do what you do. You've been gifted, says Nazi Williams. Appreciate the kind words, mate. 134 test matches for Sam White. Like, that's just a little few for him, but he's back out there. He's got 6 tries in his career. His debut was up against Ireland in 2010, and in that time, New Zealand have never lost a game up against the Irish in New Zealand. The thing is, he didn't play last week, so he is still yet to taste that defeat of the Irish for the All Blacks, but this game, maybe it will be the case. And also nowhere near that, 25-23, no same. I'm going to give win by tries or more, and get your beers and snacks, folks. We're in for a battle, says Tesla. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. And plays as absolutely staggered with Fiji's loss. I see Sebastian there. Yeah, Fiji ended up going down to Samoa. It was not the result that they were after. That is for sure. And Samoa won State of Origin as well, says Ruben. And also, do you still have a bet on or something, Hamish? The mustache is back, says Steve. So pretty much because Wales beat South Africa, I had to shave this. So now it's just the mustache back. But currently, we've got the Irish national anthem, and this is always one that I love, listing the Irish team when we do have the Irish national anthem. So the Irish bench for this contest: Rob Herring, Cian Healy, Finlay Bealham there in the front row, Kieran Treadwell at 19, Jack Conan at 20, Connor Murray, Joey Carberry, and Keith Earls going to be there as well. And also, we'll get the Hamish David, your bets, please. There's Wolfblood. I will go the All Blacks by 7, but there's certainly a chance. In fact, there's more than a chance that Ireland could get this one going and win it. Looking forward to seeing Roger Tuivasa-Sheck later on, and also good to see you, son. I was one of you originals, says Alan King. It's great to have you back, mate. Oh, this match is huge. This is a big match. I'm nervous. I'm not even playing in it. I'm normally pretty impartial with the commentary. I don't know who I want to win more at the moment, which is normally something that normally gets me kicked out of New Zealand. But I will mention, if my dreams were anything to go by, ladies and gentlemen, I dreamt last night that I was a part of the Irish side. We were playing 3-on-3. It was me, Tyg Furlong and Gary Ringrose. That's how you know it didn't happen, because the HIA or Ringrose would have stopped it. But the ball got stuck in a bush because we were playing on the road, because that's what you do in your dreams, isn't it? And also, I think the lineup isn't updated as well. Says Kurosaki, yeah, for the All Blacks, they did actually end up with Aidan Ross getting out of the side, and Carl Tunukiafi does come in Ireland for the win. Says Mr. Clean, go the All Blacks, says Oldie, and also All Blacks 50-21. Ireland, my prediction. Thanks, Damien. Says a Wolf Blood there as well. I think Gavin Coombs should have played less hours in order to be on the bench over Conan, says Marco Vonapola. Yeah, he looked very good in the last match. Same with Nick Timoney. He was probably unlucky to miss out on the loose forward trio for this contest. AB's by 40, and Hamish O'Brien, the great prop, and ball got stuck in the bush. So George Britton's wife was there. No. We ended up, it got stuck in the bushes because of what was it? It was weird. You know, our dreams are just weird. Like, pretty much I had to try and go round the dog or the dogs, but then I let the dogs out. And now, yeah, unfortunately, it's completely, it didn't quite work out. We didn't get to play the rest of the game. And just found this channel obsessed with game, usually have zero interest in rugby, says Joshua there. Yeah, this game is absolutely huge. Aaron Smith is in tears at the moment, and that man doesn't have tears too often. I wouldn't think. Geordie Barrett's got a buzz cut. I didn't even know he had done that. Bowden's going, why did he do that? But only two of the brothers are there. Are you ready for Sexton? Says Joe Young. I don't know. The thing is, he's playing brilliantly in the URC. He's doing brilliantly in the most recent couple games. Now the All Blacks, they are getting ready to do the Huck and Hamish, by Hamish score, says Wolfblood. So I am going to be going with the All Blacks by 7. Who's the AB's captain? It is Sam Cane. And now I think Kapo Apanga's got to be out here. Okay, Aaron Smith telling the boys, let's fire up now. Time for talking's almost done, and we need to get out on the field and get this series under our belt. Was looking forward to seeing Scott Barrett at 6 again, says Vader. Yeah, unfortunately, he did end up getting himself taken out. I was currently Googling Septini. And also we have got there Marco Madream, says David. And also we have got there Chia Frankie Stevens, says B. Coy. And also made the best team win. Exactly right, Aaron Smith and tears. I know the mental weakness has started, says Tony. Okay, they are doing Kamati here. Sam Cane at the front. In fact, they've actually changed the formation a little bit by the looks of it. Sam Cane, rather than being right at the front of the group, is actually in line with Cody Taylor and Rico Ioane. I'm wondering whether or not that is some sort of little thing that the All Blacks have been thinking about, because they are actually all in like 3 lines. Maybe trying to show a little bit of the unity of the team, might be a little bit of the understory of it type thing. But Bundyaki doesn't look impressed. And also we have got there for the boys still stepping at the school court, says Gun Spark. But the Haka is done, ladies and gentlemen. This match about to be underway. Rico Ioane and Akira Ioane, the last 2 men to turn for the All Blacks. And Sam Cane, there goes my $500, says Spider Meg. But that's the thing, Sam Cane and Peter O'Mahony, they were exchanging words in the last match. We're going to have to wait and see who does the louder talking on the field today. And like they say, actions speak louder than words. So we have got someone tell Aaron Smith, you cry after the game if you lose, says Tony. And hopefully Geordie haircut reduces drag and increases speed, says Senzo. Yeah, that is true. He is missing quite a bit of the hair. I'm wondering what the goal is for Geordie Barrett. Maybe trying something different. Go New Zealand, says Malua there. And Game On, says Steve Smith. It is indeed. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Wayne Barnes will be in charge of this match. And then I think I see a Ben O'Keefe in the background. No, I don't. It is Carl Dixon, in fact. Christoph Ridley on the other wing, or on the other touchline. And then Tom Foley will be the TMO charge of this one. And also, right, I better be left alone for the next 80 minutes, says Nov Mum there. And we're going to bull rush tonight, says Gunspark. Wayne Barnes at the moment, 99 test matches. So actually similar to what Eben Etzebeth was on. Although, now Andrew Porter, he's looking extra fired up as well. And as he should be, scoring 2 tries last week, Ireland would become just the 3rd team to win a 3-match series in New Zealand, South Africa in 1937 and Australia in 1986. And also Ireland are going to wipe the floor, says Martin there. And the thing is, the first 20 minutes of the last 2 test matches have gone the way of Ireland. The question is, will we see something different here from the All Blacks, try and shut down that Irish momentum, or will they be able to do exactly what they have the last couple of times? This is going to be a beauty of a game, says B. Coy, and also Wayne Barnes. A game over Ireland could be a card fest, says Tony. Now, We are ready to go. It will be Ireland kicking off this game at Sky Stadium, a ground that they played at not too long ago at all. The countdown is on. This match is about to start. Aaron Smith is looking like he is very emotional at the moment for this contest, but the third test match, the decider, the Irish kick it off with Johnny Sexton going long down to the 22, taken nicely by Will Jordan. We have got a donation from Swedes as well. New Zealand 25, Ireland 17, and get up the ABs. And will be an All Black victory and can't stand Wayne Barnes. He doesn't Ireland, or he doesn't like Ireland, says Steve there. But the box kick from Aaron Smith goes up, or partially charged down by Tyke Byrne. So Ireland stop it from going out. Now charging forward, Hugo Keenan playing fullback for this contest as he has throughout the whole of the Irish tour. We have got ABs and Springboks better win for the Southern Hemisphere reputation. His reality always wins. Jameson Gibson Park goes back across Arkey. Just have the carry 45 metres out currently for the Irish. Looks like Andrew Porter was doing a little bit of the commando dive straight underneath that ball as Gibson Park passes it back out to the left. Johnny Sexton, one more to Hugo Keenan. Short ball to Henshaw. Offload as well to Peter O'Mahony. Beautiful pass, but it's gone straight to Bowden Barrett, who has been able to clean it up for New Zealand. And that was a tricky situation for the All Blacks. Straight away, it seems like the Irish are going to certainly be bringing that extra pressure, but a brilliant bit of set play from Ireland. And Aaron Smith looks like he's about to fire this one back into the pocket. And David Havili kicks it to touch. He has been able to find the touchline, but only about 15 metres out. So what a start once again from the Irish. They all have red and yellow card. And also, yes, sadly, cards will determine the outcome of this game, says Tamanako. And also like and sub says over, yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Nice ball on the outside from Robbie Henshaw initially. But now it will be the line out for Ireland. Geordie Barrett's already down. That's not good. And what a start, says Frank Smith. Right. Okay, yep, Geordie Barrett is going to continue. I thought for a second he was going to be off, but nicely taken there by James Ryan. Now passing back across to Bundy Arkey. Does the step, but George Bauer able to drag him down alongside Artie Savia. Pop pass up to Caelan Doris. Rush defence from Barrett. It's able to shut him down. Sam Cane dies straight over the middle of the breakdown, but I think he was dragged as the comment from Wayne Barnes. Now Andrew Porter, man, who got the double last week, wouldn't mind getting a third in this contest. Tyke Byrne, I think Sam Cane might have tackled Josh Van den Fleur off the ball. Nice work from Nepal Olalo, getting the turnover for the All Blacks. Now Smith goes across to Cody Taylor. They're going back for the penalty. Tackled off the ball, so that will be Sam Cane penalised. And 108 likes, yet 777 viewers. Come on, guys, smash that like button. And only 2 minutes, David, says Gun Spark. And let's go the All Blacks, says Teava. But now tackling player without the ball. It was Sam Cane tackling Josh Van den Fleur as opposite number. And I believe Johnny Sexton more than likely will take on the 3 points here. It's the safe option for the All Blacks. So far throughout this series, he has made 26 tackles. That was one of them, but unfortunately it wasn't on the ball. And also Fire Fozzie says, Mr. Clean, I think Ireland want to kick this one for the corner. I think Ireland, they're kicking for the corner. Right, we've got a test match on our hands. The crowd erupts. They know that is the aggressive side of the Irish that maybe might be able to help win them this test match. But a brilliant kick to the corner. Johnny Sexton 5 metres out. Yeah, Sam Cane tackling Josh Van den Fleur. Go the All Blacks. And, of course, it's a great AB captain. He's like, thank you, son. Easy money, baby. Says Marco Vonapol. And Ireland need to go for the 7, says Aaron Daly. And that is exactly what they've done. Dan Sheehan throws it into James Ryan. Nicely taken at the back. And now the Irish start to wheel it forward. Brilliantly done. This is well said. This is brilliant from Ireland. And they go in for the first try of the match. I think it's Sheehan underneath. Or is it Van den Fleur, the man who was tackled off the ball? It was. Josh Van den Fleur scores the try, and Ireland take the lead once again for the 3rd time in a row up against the All Blacks. And just like that, Ireland start this match like a house on fire, and the house is green at the moment, just like it is at Sky Stadium. But Josh Van den Fleur was able to score that try. We will go like that, and we will go like that. 4 minutes in, the Irish strike, and they strike quick in the process. As well, we have got the only winner tonight is Wayne Barnes. And how's it, buddy? Thanks for the stream, says Dale. No worries at all, mate. And I do appreciate you being here very much. It's brilliantly done by Ireland. Andy Farrell, he'll be loving this. And well, try already, says Spider Meek. Just like the first 2 test matches, the Irish strike first. And they strike effectively. in the process. And where's Joe 69? Says Joe Wallace, I don't know whether or not he made it into New Zealand. Johnny Sexton, right, this is a massive moment. He is on 999 all-time points for tests. So this kick will put him over 1,000, which is why I have a feeling I might have just jinxed him. So Sexton, I apologize if you miss this one. He's taken a deep breath. Johnny Sexton, he wants to make sure that this one goes over and he get to add 4 figures into his kicking repertoire. Oh, he's missed. He's bloody missed it. Sorry, Sexton. And that's confidence, says Dion, a well game over. And then bag on average, says Gunspark, and also your commentary is way better than Smithy's. Thank you very much, Frank. Do appreciate that. And those scores get quicker every game. Come on, Ireland, says Torquay. And let's go, Ireland. Smash and let's get rid of Fozzie. And also, it's over All Blacks. Can't see through your tears. Or their tears, says Tony. With that one. And also, we have got there. And Marshalls, says Joe Webby. But it's kicked off by Bowden Barrett. Bundyaki takes it nicely inside of his 22. Congratulations, Johnny. Never in doubt. Says Sebastian there. Yeah, so he just had to wait a little bit longer till he gets 1,000 and misses, then goes off injured. Has to wait to get to 1,000. Says Dale. Or maybe saving it because he knows that he could get a try a little bit later on and get himself the 1,000th that way. Now Bowden Barrett on the halfway line. Great low tackle made on him by James Ryan. Counter ruck from Porter and Tyke Byrne, but it's still going to be just on the side of the All Blacks. Nepo Lalala brought into the starting lineup for Ofa Tuangafasi. Barrett goes off to William Arvelli. In fact, sorry, David Arvelli. Rico tries to keep that one in the field of play. He's done well. Several response. He offload to Artie Savi. A lot of pressure being put on by Ireland at the moment. And that's going to become a rolling maul. Nicely done. And it's a penalty to the All Blacks for a high tackle. And that will be against Caelan Doris. And also, I know I missed it. No, says Steve Smith there. Also, Irish are hungrier than the ABs. A miss or in. So he did end up missing that one, Johnny Sexton, unfortunately. And Sexton scoring a try. Come on, mate. And there are people watching, says Sebastian. That's the thing, though. You never know. That's the best thing about it. And also, the Irish are on fire, says Joe Webby. They certainly are. Bowden Barrett kicks it for touch. And it does manage to find the touchline. So Artie Savi are using that lead drive that he possesses. And that's one thing that you've got to be careful of up against the All Blacks. You can't tackle Artie Savi high because he was pretty much getting choked by Caelan Doris. Take the points, says Patrick, although they were a little bit too far out. But now about 40 metres out, or in fact 30 metres out, sorry, Artie Savia takes the line out. Cross to Smith. Bowden Barrett once again going for the kick. I don't necessarily agree with that tactic. It's going to be an awkward one taken by Mac Hansen, and the ball is going back into the hands of Ireland. High tackle, yellow card. No, not quite. It was just in the rolling maul. And Mac Hansen takes it nicely. Bit of an opportunity blown there for the All Blacks. Mac Hansen now able to kick it way downfield. Looks like Bowden Barrett wanted to take it quickly, but he's actually put it down. So instead, they will have the line out pretty much from exactly where it was. Do you think this is the end of Foster if we lose? Says Dale. I know that it will be a long way towards it because in the public eye, I don't know how many people are still backing him, which is the tricky thing for an Ireland. Says Steve Smith, nicely taken there by the Irish. And they have been able to steal that line out now. Jamison Gibson Park has it at the back of the maul, or at the back of the ruck. Sorry, Dan Sheehan, man, partially responsible for that last try. Sam Cane with the clean out. Didn't really get in there too well, but now Jamison Gibson Park puts it high. It's not over yet. ABs are well known. They're impressive comebacks. That is true. And we've seen a comeback already today. Samoa down by 14 points. Able to come back into that contest and win it. Aaron Smith going back across to Artie Savi. A nice bit of a step there. Tyke Byrne slipping. Maybe a little bit of surface moisture out there at Sky Stadium. But now Aaron Smith rolling it back. It looks like the All Blacks now are going to go for a box kick inside of the half of Ireland as well. Interesting tactics being used by the ABs early on. It's nicely almost taken by Geordie Barrett. He's put it down, but it's back on the side of New Zealand and the knock-on advantage. Now Sam Cane tries to have a run. He's driven backwards in the tackle by Sexton and Josh Van den Fleur straight over the ball. Bundyaki, but he didn't have the hands on the ball. So he has to get out of there. It's a penalty to New Zealand. He wasn't quite able to get out of it. Early days, long way to go. A nice Mo Hamish and Sexton proven age is only a number, says Steve Smith. Exactly right. Same with Jimmy Anderson in the cricket. There are a lot of these guys who are extremely, I guess you'd say, experienced, and a lot of people would have ruled them out a while ago, but they just keep on going, and this will be a high-scoring game, over 45 points, I think, says Aaron there, and it looks like New Zealand, they'll be taking on the 3, and also we have got there, mind you, language that of mine is listening, says Alec King, and also good signs for a high ball, says Gunspark. Now, penalty. Geordie Barrett, I believe, will be taking on this kick, is it? Yes, it is. Saw the buzz cut Barrett at the moment. That's an easy way of remembering him because him and Bowden look very similar when you see them both running. So buzz cut, I can't call him buzz cut. Geordie Barrett, the moment last week, kicking 1 from 2. And Kane has to go, says Leon and Taylor. And also we have got their all bollocks in there as well from Shane. And take the point, says Patrick. That's exactly what the All Blacks are going to be trying to do. Exactly 10 minutes gone in this contest. Geordie Barrett's missed. And that now makes the score still 5-0 to the Irish. It looks like Andrew Porter's been fighting with some sort of raspberry slurpee because he is quite pink. How did that happen? Where does the pink come from? I must be missing something, but he's got pink all down the front of his shorts, so I assume there's some pink on the field somewhere that he's kind of gone through. And also Kane has to go, and different level fitness for older players now compared to the years back, says David the Mod. And also you're all in business from the waist up and all party from the waist down, aren't you? He said after there may be some just normal pants being worn at the moment, missed on this home turf, says Frank Smith there. And where's Kane still playing with 14 men, says Shane. No, he is out there currently. Akira Ioane, though, he is out there as well. The late change with Scott Barrett left out of the lineup and also missed on his own turf and also slightly needing to hook it, says Gunspark. Right, scrum feed for Ireland. And live chat presentation is an improvement on previous, says Patricia there. Sorry, I did end up getting that one slightly wrong. The All Blacks scrum, 912 kgs compared to the 895 kgs of the Irish. So 2 solid 4-packs. Tyke Furlong in the front row. George Bower has done pretty well. Try and stop him from building up momentum throughout this test match and also the previous test matches. And you never read mine, says Dion. Normally it is just unfortunate because it goes so quick that I sometimes miss them, but sometimes you will have to put them in 1 or 2 extra times. That is a free kick now to New Zealand. And can England cover the plus 6.5 spread? It's going to be close. I think that's going to be a good game between England and Australia. The next one that kicks off, just say Ireland win tonight. Does that mean, or is that mean the first time to win a series in New Zealand? It certainly would. And it would be the first time New Zealand have lost 2 games in a row in New Zealand since 1998, before I was born. So that is quite the achievement for the Irish if they can do so. It seems like the All Blacks have some sort of plan in this back line. I see Bowden Barrett, David Havili, and also Will Jordan will be one to watch out for. What happened to Papa Lee? He is coming off the bench for this one. And also we have got the Kiwi lad looking smart. You're on your way to a funeral, says Shane. That depends on the result, because I know a lot of people will be going for Foster's head depending on how this match goes. So maybe. And also really exciting night of rugby, all locked up for all the tests, says Dale. It's gone down on the front row again. It's a bit slippery out there. The boots just aren't quite gripping into the turf the way that the All Blacks would like them to. And New Zealand won't win. Ireland a far better drilled strength and composure, says Martin. And yeah, I love their structured backline. It is always one that is just incredible to watch. And also that quick breakdown speed will be something that helps them win or lose. Are we on the booze is the real question, Tyler has said. Probably, I would assume a lot of people will be drinking throughout this one. And also can't believe Ireland have more confidence in going for a try over the ABs. What a shift in mentality we have in this ABs team, says B King. And also, has anyone called you Ponytail? Says Siddhartha. No, not really. All right, Kiwi lad, I'll join you, mate. Says Jane, and scrum penalties are a lottery, says Frank Smith. So this one, we might end up seeing one very soon. Aaron Smith about to feed this ball in for the All Blacks. Looks like there's enough stability there to be able to hang on to it. Aaron Smith knocked that ball on in the breakdown, but I don't think anyone saw it. So we will play on just for now. Aaron Smith goes back across to Cody Taylor on the left-hand side, trying to turn this one over every single breakdown at the moment for the Irish. And it was, thank you, Steve. Once again, and also considering how many live streams you have coming up, you're going to need a coffee fund for the day, Hamish, says Steve. So thank you very much once again for your generosity, mate. That was a knock-on from Marty Savia that time. And now Ireland are going to have themselves another scrum. Are you on Channel 59? I am not, but I believe that is the ACC commentary, isn't it? 1998, born before. You're a smart young man. And there's Patrick. And also we have got What's Up, Brother Hamish. And also doesn't look good for the All Blacks. And no beer this morning, coffee in bed while watching you commentate, says Steve. So yeah, I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. Like I mentioned, we have got plenty more coming up in the near future. We have got Australia versus England as the next test match. That is the decider. South Africa versus Wales. That is a decider. And then Argentina versus Scotland. We will be covering every single one of those matches on the channel as well. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you do want to help support us out, we also have the channel membership which does give you free access, or not free access, sorry. It gives you access to exclusive emojis that you can use throughout these live streams. Isn't the question, are they equaling? Says, I am nothing there, and I'm sorry, guys. I put a curse on the All Blacks to lose this game, says Kiwis. And also Hamish is on channel 69, says but that's going to be a scrum feed. Solid from the All Blacks defending it, but now Johnny Sexton off to Henshaw on the outside. Mac Hansen now kicking it in behind. It's partially charged down by Sever Reese, taken by Sam Kane on the halfway line. Savia's right there, ready to sell the massive dummy. Finds the offload back to Aaron Smith. Rico Ioane, ball on the outside to Geordie Barrett. Not a lot of space. He's done a bit of a banana kick on the inside. And it will be sitting up now for Hugo Keenan, almost charged down by Rico Ioane. That is an incredible kick from Hugo Keenan with the amount of pressure that he was under. He's got it down the field, maybe about 30 extra metres. And also the Kieran emoji, the Christmas, the try, the out, the 10, the Billy, the George, the Hamish, the New Zealand, and the 6 from Steve there. And as I say, they lose, which they're going to lose. And sorry, guys, I put a curse on the All Blacks to lose tonight. Change your bets. Here's Kiwis. Now, I'm going to sneeze. I blame the cost of living crisis for the lack of form, says Richard there at high, says it was Tull. And there's, I hope you are doing well, mate. Now, Cody Taylor throws that ball in a little bit loose from the All Blacks, but Taylor able to clean up and tackle by Caelan Doris, who tries to get straight over the ball. Currently just inside of the Irish half, and the All Blacks putting together phase after phase. Artie Savia take another good carry there, but Dan Sheehan's been able to get him down. Love the Christmas out in 6 emojis. God bless the creator, says the bachelor there. And also they earn enough, wouldn't affect them. Says, now that's a high one, not quite taken by Will Jordan, although he's claiming that he didn't get it. Now he has knocked it on, and it's an advantage for Ireland. But that was close for Will Jordan chasing after that ball there for the All Blacks. Banana kick, always good to employ. Here's Shane. Back across Caelan Doris, trying to step through a gap, but George Bauer has got him covered, and Jameson gives him Park. Now we'll be looking, kick this one downfield or give it to someone in the pocket indeed. Goes back to James Lowe, who's got a massive left boot, although he hesitated before he kicked that one, James Lowe. So I think he might have slightly slipped, and my favourite one is the George emoji, says Steve Smith there. And also we have got there the Irish flags from David the Mob, but Will Jordan just not quite able to get onto that one. He almost was able to chase it down, but then knocked it on in the process. 25 out for the All Blacks now. Line out time been going not too badly for them so far throughout this match, other than that one that they did lose to the Irish. Going to the back, it's gone over the top, and now Bowden Barrett tries to run onto it. He has dropped it, knocked it on, and now I think there's a double advantage or a double knock on, but they are going to be playing on for now. Now James Lowe kicks it downfield, advantage is over, and it's a brilliant kick from James Lowe. It's almost a 50-22. Will Jordan saying it's outside. The Irish crowd are saying it's inside, and now the referee has a big decision to make. Right. It's outside, they've said. James Lowe was not happy with it. Geez, that's close. They're just going to be checking this one. Oh, I tell you what, that's a 50-50 call. And luckily for the All Blacks, they're going to have it on the 22, but it is an All Blacks line out, so lucky for them, but they are going to now be able to clear it down. What a kick. Yeah, brilliant one from James Lowe. And also we need to get back to Pirates. One-man rugby. Is Patrick and Ireland too good, says Tony. Now driving forward. Hang on, driving backwards, I should say, for the All Blacks. They didn't, Ireland were going backwards or going forwards, but they didn't have the ball, which is normally something pretty tricky. This is going to be the penalty, or it's going to be at least a scrum. Yes, it's a scrum to Ireland after defending it beautifully. They got their hands in there quickly, locked over the ball. I want to say that was Peter O'Mahony who got himself in there. He looks like he's once again taken some sort of head knock. Is he all right? He's kind of on all fours, I should say. Where does he go? Bomb straight in, Peter O'Mahony. Gets his hands on the ball. That was precise. Like a sniper, he came in, got perfectly on the ball, and did manage to get the Irish the scrum. And Passion Man says Gunspark and also put a curse on the All Blacks. The lose tonight, brothers, 29 or 24-19. And AB's lost tonight to get rid of the coach, says Spider Meg. Certainly making the most of this opportunity here. It looks like Andy Farrell is looking a lot calmer than Ian Foster, I should say. Right, Peter O'Mahony's neck is a bit sore. He has had one line-out stolen, one try assist throughout this series. He's only had 14 carries, but a stat that they don't show is his tackling and his turnovers. So he has been brilliant. God bless the Irish, and I send them the desire and discipline to win. A manifest an Irish win, says Quist there, and also should be Pirates 10-man rugby. Says Patrick, I mean, in my dream, I was playing for Ireland and we were 3-man rugby, me, Tyke Furlong and Gary Ringrose. But the ball got lost, so we didn't get to finish the game, sadly. And also, Kiwi lad, I'm getting a 70s mo like yours. Where's the sideburns, says Jane. Yeah, they aren't quite there, are they? They're still a little bit lacking. So maybe the sideburns could be coming next, as in my next forfeit. I pretty much end up shaving my face for forfeits anytime we end up with one. There we go. Hay fever still sucks, but I'm nervous. Well, this game's out in Northern Hemisphere. I was looking strong for France 2023, says Steve Smith. Exactly right. And all we've seen from this series for every team, like I'm talking the All Blacks, Ireland, France, Japan, Australia, England, like the gap is slowly closing more and more. And seriously, where are we all meeting for beers after the game, says Tyler? That would depend on what region you're in, Tyler, possibly. I want to remind you of the last game I was hyped. I went South Africa versus ABs in 2009. His Gunspark. Yeah, this game has got a huge amount of hype around it. Mutton chops to represent AB's getting Sean. Says, I'm nutty there. And also, Hamish, how are you doing today? Says Carlos. Doing very well. And are you doing all the 4 matches? We certainly are. Every single match. Can you do it for me? If Ireland lose, you shave half your beard. Wait, so I only have half a mustache. That would look unfortunate for the next live stream, wouldn't it? Aaron Smith now running sideways. He's run out of space, though. James Ryan able to get him. And New Zealand, they have been trapped in their side of their own half for the last maybe 5 or so minutes of this contest. Artie Savia takes the carry. Good work in the breakdown. Oh, almost a tip tackle from Sam Kane. You've got to be careful doing those ones because you could end up with yourself penalised. I love your work. Says GT, thank you very much. And keep up the grind, bro. Do appreciate you a lot. And protect Hamish at all costs, says Quisp Brown. I've just realised that that's Quisp Brown rather than like, I've just got that. And also, says Isaac James, welcome in, mate. You are doing well. But yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We are going to be doing the next 3 games of international rugby: Australia versus England, South Africa versus Wales, and also Argentina, Scotland. If you guys are keen for those games, be sure to check those out. Dan Sheehan throws it into the front to Doris. Halfway the moment now. Nice pop pass from Lowe off to Bundyaki. Did score himself a try in the very first match of the tour up against the Māori All Blacks. Any live stream links for the games itself, says Mohammed. I believe your best bet is probably... Unfortunately, it's probably best bet as highlights, which are going to be on the All Blacks YouTube channel after the match is finished. But they don't seem to have too many free options for these. And I also hope you got Bivs. Get you through, bro, says GTs. And there as well. I'm sure that we'll need some sort of refreshments. Good kick in behind from Sexton. Ball bounces up nicely for Will Jordan, though. And he's got a decent-sized boot on him as well. And he does give it a heave downfield. Doesn't end up finding touch. Instead, Hugo Keenan takes it 40 out from his line. Matt Hansen. Oh, in fact, it's Johnny Sexton who's just stepped his way around Will Jordan. The crowd loved it. Now, Caelan Doris looking to cut back on the inside as instructed by Peter O'Mahony, Norwegian black pudding, bacon and eggs. And there's and so one lucky try in near 100 minutes for the All Blacks. 4 tries to Ireland, says Dion Sands. And there's and also let's go, says Sir Jeff Munford. It's kicked up high from Johnny Sexton. It's going to be a good challenge in the air. Knocked back by Mackenzie Hansen. It has still gone backwards for Ireland. I think the crowd are saying that there might have been a knock-on from Tyke Byrne, but the All Blacks are taking the ball back now. David Avili once again kicking him behind. Rieko Ioane for his 50th test match. Going to be after this one. It's just going to go into touch. And I believe that is now going to be an All Blacks line-out for the 50-22. Brilliantly done for the All Blacks. David Avili, though, they got the ball back for the All Blacks. And it was that big question of how risky was the kick going to be. He's got it right that time, Avili. And greetings, Marco. And there as well. And also listening from Melbourne, Buck. Says Joe Webby, and there as well. But now, Cody Taylor about to throw it in and bring back the biff. I mean, we saw it in State of Origin, some fists getting flown. Now, one more pass off Cody Taylor. It's a short bounce pass to Rieko Ioane, who is now taking it down 20 metres out from the line. Sam Kane tries to go around the side. Hasn't worked out. Tyke Byrne almost on the ball, but not turned over. Aaron Smith. Back now to a Kiriawani, the late injection into the side after the Scott Barrett injury. Now Artie Savia tried to go round the side. It will be the penalty to New Zealand. It's a good match so far. It's certainly been even the new rules are ruining the game, says Green. And also, we have got, hey Shane, mate, how are you? Says Marco Vonabola. Right, this is an easy 3 for the All Blacks if they want it. And please don't kick away possession. Rumble up and tire them out. Don't give any chances rest. Run them into the ground. Says Patrick there. And yeah, it seems like the All Blacks throughout this match have gone with a very prominent kicking game, which is interesting because they didn't do it in the last match and they didn't do it in the first test match. Okay, I think it was actually Ian Smith there has said that the All Blacks, this is the most kicking we've seen on attack, and also just seen your gaming channel. Do you still play Arc? Says GT's there. We haven't played it in a little while, but we are looking at what game to kind of bring back. And yeah, maybe Arc could be it. And pass it, don't kick it, says John. And there, yeah, ball will always beat the man in the back line. And the All Blacks, they've got the capabilities of being able to hang on to the ball for quite a few phases in a row. That one's gone over from Geordie Barrett, though, now. And it is going to be after 23 minutes. It is 3 points to 5. But Ireland, it's interesting the way that this match has started. Okay, says Patrick, and also Hamish, can you tell me what happened in the first 14 minutes? So we did see Ireland once again start off extremely well, get themselves the penalty. The penalty, and then they went for the corner. Yeah, New Zealand normally go for tries, maybe a sign of doubt, kicking for goal. Says Steve Smith, and come on, ABs. Ireland have the speed, you have the stamina. Says Spider-Man, right, it looked like Nepalulala for a second might have been getting taken off the field, but he seems like he's going to be all right. And go Queensland, says Felix there. And also Ireland by 10 tonight, says Junior Ryder, and Ireland all the way. Right, Johnny Sexton going to be kicking this one off. We are 23 minutes through, even though that says 27. We are 23. This point in time, it's gone up high, nicely taken by Brodie Retallick, the big man in motion. It's done very nicely under the high ball to keep it on the side of the ABs. Now Whitelock goes back. That pass was a little bit rough because he couldn't quite get the offload in time. Now Beauden Barrett goes back to his brother Geordie Barrett. Now nice step. Does the fend off Dan Sheehan as well. Andrew Porter counter ruck. Doesn't work out for him. Pop pass up now. David Arvili. Wide cut out pass. This will be going to Will Jordan. Now it's a foot race down the wing. Oh, he's been hit hard by James Lowe. And the tackle is good as the comment from Wayne Barnes. Hugo Keenan sits up for Sexton. He does kick it into touch. Not as many meters on it as he would have liked. About 30 out from the line. AB's fan, but Ireland by 10. Says Tyler Christie there. And also you want to make sure you get as much points as you can, says Gunspark. And also I love the ABs, but they look, they lack complacency, or they look complacent, might be there. Nicely taken. Once again, Sam Cane goes off to Will Jordan, first receiver. David Arvili, his first run in this tour so far. Unfortunately, did end up testing positive a little while ago. Cody Taylor off to Furlong, or in fact, Furlong making the tackle. Tyburn was close to getting that turnover, but I believe if he doesn't release that, could end up giving away the penalty. Now Whitelock. Another attack and run, nicely done by the All Blacks. Just putting the phases together. Smith goes back to Rieko Ioane. Geez, that was close to hitting Geordie Barrett in the face. He's been able to dodge it just like he was trying to dodge a dodge ball. I just realized I said dodge many times. Aaron Smith back to Bauer. Beauden Barrett off to David Havili. Just see William Havili playing a little bit earlier on, both playing for the Tasman. Marco Zari Savia. Nice carry once again. Bauer off to Akira Ioane. To Rieko Ioane, the brothers trying to link up one more time. Josh Van Den Fleur over the ball, one of the best in the breakdown. And he's been able to get it now. Mac Hansen has to kick a lot of pressure on him, but it's going back for the penalty in favour of Ireland. Holding on and offside is the penalty. And now I have on my Irish jersey. Let's go Ireland. Step up, be ruthless, guys, says Patrick. Yeah, another mistake from the All Blacks. It was offside. I think that was Brodie Retallick, they've said. Was there, but already stolen by Josh Van Den Fleur. He was lightning quick. And then also, come on, the Irishman, says Ed Vogel. Yeah, but the penalties conceded. We're seeing 2 from the All Blacks, 3 from Ireland. Now Johnny Sexton kicking it downfield to the touchline. Almost kept in by Geordie Barrett. But Rieko Ioane, he went down. Van Den Fleur, boom, straight over the ball. And Akira Ioane, he tried to get the clean out, but it just wasn't quick enough. And also, I'd rather the ABs peak during the World Cup than now and just show the frigging game, says Grimmer. Unfortunately, due to licensing, if we were to show any match footage or audio, we get taken straight off YouTube and banned for 3 months. But I can recommend Stan Sport, World Rugby, or not World Rugby, sorry, Stan Sport, Sky, DSTV, Sky Sport UK. Those are all of your options to be able to watch the game. Also, Flow Rugby or Peacock, I think, also has this game. I'll deserve the win to win this leading, says EJ there. And also, come on, Wales, says Gavin. And they've got a big match up against the Springboks a little bit later on tonight. It'll be an entertaining one, that is for sure. It's gone over the top. Peter O'Mahony takes it nicely in the rolling maul for Ireland starts. That's going to be another advantage. You cannot go through the side. And also, Brodie Retallick lifting the man's leg. They're actually giving away 2 for 1. And that one, buy one, get one free for your penalties. And now Mac Hansen passes it back across to Hugo Keenan. One more to James Lowe, trying to go down the wing. Great tackle made on him by Geordie Barrett, moving up to the 22 now for Ireland. Gibson Park, back across Aki. Step in nice. And Artie Savia makes a tackle on him. Now going off to the left-hand side, Mac Hansen. Off to James Lowe. Ball on the inside to Hugo Keenan. And he scores a try. And James Lowe got battered. So they might have to go back and have a look at that one to see how high he was struck. But that is another try to the Irish. And Hugo Keenan is the man who has managed to get it. Playing 15, like I mentioned, 2 Leinster men scoring the tries in this contest so far. And Ireland are playing like a team possessed. The way that their backline is moving, it is silky smooth. Hugo Keenan went off to James Lowe initially. So those two have been linking up pretty much throughout this whole contest. But the thing that I remember about those two is the fact that they are going to be certainly trying to keep that Leinster backline alive. But we see the shot from James Lowe or Geordie Barrett. Oh, geez, he's muscled up there. But it's hit him in the chest, so that is lucky. And go Ireland. And also as in 10-3 now. And wait for it. There we go. It has just updated. And also, come on, Ireland, says one guy. And your commentary is great, mate, says the Gary Lean. Thank you very much. Hugely appreciated. The All Blacks are looking nervous at this point in time. The Irish are taking over. Now, Johnny Sexton, right. We jinxed him last time. So we're not going to say anything till he's kicked this one because we all know what it means. They're showing the all-time points at the moment. But the last time that I mentioned it beforehand, he missed. And I was like, now that was a move. It certainly was. It was a brilliant one from Ireland. Johnny Sexton about to line up this kick. I'd rather have a dingbat than an AB. Yes, I would if I could. Says Shane there. Woo, Ireland. Yeah, let's go, you patties, says Marco. Right, Sexton to line up the kick. He's got it. Right, Johnny Sexton brings up 1,000 points at test match level. I'm going to give him a clap. Last time I mentioned it, before he kicked it, he missed. But this time, he has got it, Johnny Sexton. So congratulations to him. 1,000 points. It's huge. And give it to Ireland. They take their opportunities when given, says Joe Webby. Exactly right. The counter-attack was brilliant from Ireland there, using that backline and high, says Amelia. And there is on. If Ireland lead at halftime, All Blacks will lose by a lot, mentally weak. And good lad, Sexton, says one guy. Right, Bowden Barrett about to kick off. And also congrats, Johnny, for 1K international points. And now could you please retire already? Let's go, Ireland. Says Tamiol. Hopefully I said that correctly. I think I might have gotten it slightly wrong. Well done, Johnny. And goes Sexton pure class, says Steve. And yeah, he's got a second wind, really, at international level. We've seen him playing for Leinster very well in the URC. Speaking of Leinster, James Lowe kicks it downfield. It's a good strike of the ball. Geordie Barrett takes it quickly, gives it off to Bowden. Now across to Severis, trying to find a gap in this Irish defence, but that is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. They don't come along too often, and when they do, it's a penalty to Ireland. Another one beautifully done by the Irish. Side clean out, not what the All Blacks can afford. And also, we have got congrats, Johnny Sexton, on your brother. And also, I got lots of water in the fjords. I just think Fossey, says Shane. And also, classmate, says Joe Webby. And come on, the AB, says Lisa. So the score currently in this match, 12 points to the Irish, 3 to the Kiwis. And now Johnny Sexton's got a big decision to decide whether or not they want to go for the 3 or they go for the corner. They take on the 3. Okay. And changes be made. Says Gunspark there. And come on, Ireland, says Devon. And All Blacks folding like a deck chair now, says Tony. Exactly right. Okay, it's taken out the guy from the side. That time it's Bowden Barrett, in fact, who took out Andrew Porter. Interesting choice. And come on, the All Blacks, says George there. All right, 45 metres out, Johnny Sexton. And bloody hell, Foster needs to go. Says it's splash and also side clean-up coaching problems. Says Patrick. Although one comment that I heard from Ian Foster earlier on in the week that really concerned me was when he said, it's up to the players now. This was like on a bloody Tuesday. Up to the players now. So I don't know what's been said between then and now, but obviously not a lot. And bring on Joey Carberry. He's kind of there. And also, geez, those Irish backs come up quick. These boys mean business. They certainly do. And also, mate, it's time to not only get rid of the coach, but also get rid of our backs and the old forwards. And where's Tui Palocha, Richie Satutu? This wrong team or this wrong team. Where's Papali'i? Papali'i off the bench. Richie Mo'unga off the bench. I thought he would have been a given to start this game for Richie Mo'unga. But now Striking this one, Sexton. Always struck it nicely, and it goes over as well. So now Ireland sitting 15 points to 3 up over the Kiwis. And thanks, mate, says George in there. And ABs need more spinach in their diet like Popeye. And Brolov is not your coach, it's your PM. Right, I don't think she has much control over the All Blacks. It also time to let Fozzie go. Bring in Razor and Little Grabber. And behind Russian defence normally works. All over the New Zealanders, boys versus men. Says Albert there, but now kicked off by Bowden Barrett. It's going deep. Ireland, they will be looking to close out this half with still a 12-point lead. Bundyaki dragged down nicely by Will Jordan. We haven't seen too much of in this first half. Sexton goes back across. Looks like there's going to be another backline movement here. James Lowe going through, fence off Cody Taylor as well in the process, and that is a brilliant run. I think he might have gotten a bit of an eye poke from Brodie Retallick, the way his face grimaced on the way down. Johnny Sexton puts the ball high. He's going close to the touchline. Severu says he wants it. He's been bumped off. It was shoulder to shoulder. And now Bowden Barrett's got it on the halfway line. Whitelock gives it off to Geordie Barrett, trying to step through the Irish defence once again. Akira Ioane's got Sam Cane on the outside, decides to hang on to it. Now Aaron Smith, they've lost the advantage. Bowden Barrett across to Havili. Once again tries to go through. Ireland just too good in the defensive side of things at the moment. And also Fozzie in says Hill, and get Razor into the AB shed at halftime to save this game. LG Hamish wins halftime, says David the Moore. We have still got another 7 minutes left of this half. Can anyone work out the AB's game plan, says Joe Webby? Not yet. I know that early on it was to kick the ball to Ireland, but that suited Ireland. And they enjoyed that very much because they got themselves a couple tries in the process. Now, Aaron Smith at the back, up to 8 phases now for the All Blacks. Will Jordan goes back to Geordie Barrett. Cross kick attempt. It looks like it's going to be sitting up. Severu takes it. He's been tackled in the air by Robbie Henshaw, I believe, because he jumped into it. Oh, Brodie's dropped it. Big Brodie Retallick's put it down. And now it's going to be Hugo Keenan kicks it in behind. Advantage is over. And the All Blacks, they have 3 men back. Barrett, and Jordan. So surely you give it off to Will Jordan now. And he has a crack. He's going to be passing it on the outside to Akira Ioane. Nice step on the inside. Great shot from Tyke Furlong. Tried to rearrange the ribcage of Akira. Now Bowden Barrett gives it back to his brother Geordie. Good attack and run, but Finden, Flair and Doris having him covered currently. Smith back. Bowden Barrett goes for the kick in behind. I think it was partially charged again by Ireland. And it sits up for Mac Hansen, who has all of the time in the world to be able to kick it downfield. Hasn't found touch. And now Bowden Barrett's going to be running it back at the line. It looks like Geordie was saying to kick it downfield. And he says, nope. Bowden has to run straight over the ball for Ireland. Nope. Peter O'Mahony not able to get a knock on. And there's a sloppy play, says Martin Smith. And also Sam Cane on the field. He is indeed. And they've got Geordie Barrett covered. They certainly do at this stage of the contest. Now it's out the back. It's going to be Aaron Smith goes to Rico Ioane. Will Jordan. I want to see that man have a little bit more of an attacking run at some point. David Havili's gone for a kick. It's gone back. It's bounced off himself, I think, almost. But it will be the line out for the All Blacks. Let's go Ireland, says Joseph. We need a new coach, says Rice there. And also time in there. So we are sitting 35 minutes through. It's a little bit quick for this scoreboard, but we are 35 minutes through. Ireland 15, New Zealand sitting on the 3. And also, do the Irish even miss a tackle? Not too often, which is why when they do, you've got to make the most of that opportunity. You've got to capitalize, because if you don't, you're going to spend a long time trying to stop them. And thanks for the commentary. Watching Flow Rugby live on the TV muted. Still pretty new to the rugby, and I'm learning a lot from your coverage. Thank you very much, Ben. Hugely appreciated you being here. Andrew Porter in the Steinlager series. He's got himself 3 tries, which is very impressive for a prop, let alone any player in this tour. It's got to be close to up there as the most tries for an Irishman in this tour with 3. And the Irish team is on. And there these holes are getting covered. And there, and also we have got bring back Buck. And they're now running hard at the line. It's going to be the big man, Dan Sheehan. Leinster well and truly represented in this Irish side. Now Bundyaki back across, running onto it. Hugo Keenan does the grubber in behind. Mac Hansen likes his chances of being able to chase this one down. Will Jordan just jogs for it. That's the thing. Got so much pace. Going to be taken down. Decides to take the contact rather than offloading it. Sets it up, and God bless you, brother. Great and entertaining commentary, says Kiwis Brown. Of course. And there, thank you very much for coming Irish. That's going to be a knock-on or forward pass, in fact. The 2 props trying to link up. Nepolalala puts it down. And now the scrum feed will be going the way of the Irish. This is dangerous for them at the moment. My voice is starting to disappear. And well, what a game, says Frank. And Ireland are going to smash New Zealand, says Awoken Games. Yeah, it looks pretty close. And Ireland at $5 was a bargain, says Tony. Certainly was. Like, that's the thing. You can't underestimate the Irish And I think that's one thing that we're certainly learning here. Nebulalala slamming his fist on the ground going, I don't like the fact that those hands didn't quite hold it. Wayne Barnes looks like he wants to go upstairs for something. Does he? Or he just looks very confused. Right, Tyke Furlong's down. Okay, he wanted his drink run onto the field, but no one had given him one. And my dad is the best coach in the world, says Jackson, and also no way Sexton is getting 12 points, says Steve. I mean, at this stage, he's already got himself 5. Not too far off, and also without being able to see live action, do you reckon that All Blacks are poor, Ireland really are impressive, great commentary? I would say it's the combination of both. Ireland have been sensational. All Blacks have been, what's a nice way of putting it, other than diabolical? It's really not been good, I guess is the best way of describing it. But we will have to wait and see whether it improves in the second half. We did see Samoa. They were down by 14 points at halftime. They went on to get themselves the victory, and never underestimate the Irish, a phrase that rings through the centuries, says Talkie Toast to the end. Also, go the mighty All Blacks, says Cindy Wright. The stoppage is over for the player being down. Now we are ready for another little play. And also, New Zealand have a terrible lineup, says Martin Smith, and also haven't been in it, says Joe. And the Barretts had their day, bring on Mo'unga and Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. And that's a good question. Or it's not really the question, but it's a good statement, really, because how long will they wait till they bring on Mo'unga? For this one, who is the ref? It is Wayne Barnes for this contest, and go All Blacks go. Ball fed in by Jamieson Gibson Park. This is a great attacking opportunity for the Irish. It's gone sideways. They have been able to clean it up now. Passed off to Hugo Keenan. Great work from Robbie Henshaw to know he wasn't taking that ball, so he just left it. Now Caelan Doris. Another try here for the Irish. Could be big trouble for the ABs. Brady Retallick's hand is getting helped by Tyke Byrne. Now, beautiful pass off to Aki. It's another. And Robbie Henshaw runs it in for the third try of the match for a Leinster man. And that is massive for the Irish. 37 minutes through. And those said, please, sir, may we have another. That's brilliantly done. Henshaw scores. He's playing at 13 for this contest rather than at 12 like he was last week. He's missing his teammate Gary Ringrose, but he's got Bundy Aki, who is just as dangerous, if not more. And Bundy Aki, the draw and pass, the gaps are opening up. All Blacks defence just wasn't there, and Ireland making the absolute most of it. Bundy Aki goes through Lewis and Geordie Barrett. And also we have got our fish rots from the heads. So see you later, Foster. And also time to wave the white flag, AB, says Sebastian. And also big effort, or better effort, All Black and awesome Ireland, says Joe Webby. And now I'm Irish and Kiwi, but more Irish, says Sasha Vicky. And I might retract my previous comment, says David. Or the one earlier on, and also try from Steve Smith. And also I feel you throat lump as well, says Shane. At the moment, geez, Irish, they certainly mean business. I think Johnny Sexton just said that, or the commentator just said Johnny Sexton was bringing up his 1,000, but I think he's up to about 1,005 now in this contest. And also, God, we peaked for our World Cup again, says Owen. I mean, a series win in New Zealand would be huge, though, overall. And also, I'm glad I'm not in New Zealand at the most, says Shane. And also, will history be made? Hopefully, that's the thing. It's already been made, but Ireland might be able to make just the next level bit of it. And brown underpants time for New Zealand. And also, so stupid how ABs keep dropping the ball, says James Crude. Yes, those little errors in the breakdown and also handling that are really costing them a majority of the possession. And Ireland are saying, well, if you don't want it, we will. And we'll just run over. On top of you, Bowden Barrett gives it off now. Bowden looks like he's got an extra spring in his step now. It would have been nice to see that when the All Blacks weren't down by 19. Now off to David Arveli. 40 metres out. Oh, Rico's dropped it. And now Mac Hansen kicks it in behind, so it is going to be kicked into touch by Ireland. I think Mr. Razor should coach the ABs and need to bring in an inflatable Kieran to save the day. Steve Smith, you think he might be the lucky charm? Hang on. There we go. He's up in the corner. He's the ex-All Black. Kieran's up there. He's waiting to see how the second half goes. This is going to be a record margin, says Jane there. And call the Undertakers RB ABs. Here's Liz now passed out wide to Will Jordan. Good tackle. No, terrible tackle attempt from Jay. So it started well, and then he just kind of let go. Almost stolen by Ireland, and they have got it. Brilliantly done by Ireland in the breakdown. Once again, Johnny Sexton dragged down over the top of the breakdown. Now, good pass off from Keenan to Doris. In fact, that's James Ryan. Now, Gibson Park goes off to the short side, back to Sheehan. And great commentary, bro, says to me, Thank you very much and great commentary. Thank you, says Delta. And we are going to be back for the next game between Australia and England, as well as Wales versus South Africa, and then Argentina versus Scotland as the last game of the night. Come on, All Blacks. Goshness, this is shocking, says Marco Vunipola. It is certainly not the ABs of the past. Sam Cane gets over the ball, though. He wins the penalty for the All Blacks. And now the All Blacks, they can't really kick this one into touch and say we'll take half time. And it was the last team to beat New Zealand in a home series. It was actually in 1988 or something along those lines, and it was Australia. That's a 3-match series. And also 1937 was the time before that, South Africa. Been a while. So Irish side here, they look pretty good. Well, this match, that is for sure. We will go like this, and we will go like that. There we go. And also we have got the you're ahead of the live game, says Darren. Also Kieran will save the day, David the Mod, says Steve Smith. And also it was a group stage game at the World Cup. This will still be a bonus point win for Ireland as we stand, says Sebastian. Yeah, so they have gone incredibly well in this first half. And remembering there's still another 40 left, that's a forward pass, they've said. In fact, they've said it's a not straight line out. Oh, okay, that was quite a wee while back. You have to take the scrum. They have said so. The All Blacks, I would think, would put a massive push in the air. And also, I smell blood in the water. Must be the AB. And also, we've got they sent an SOS out to raise ASAP. I wonder if he's still in Fiji surfing. Okay. So, currently, Wayne Barnes, he says that you have to go with the scrum because of the fact that it's not straight and also diabolical ABs. And ABs are done. We are seriously screwed. And also, so is it the real Ireland? Looking forward to the World Cup, says Dennis there. And also, is the adjective you were looking for procrastinate, says Patricia there. And not another smash. There's George, right. Down on the front row. Almost half-time between these two sides. Oh, All Blacks have gone down to a knee. Got back up, and now it's going to be a big push. They're trying to put everything behind it. But it's going to be back into the pocket. And Ireland at half-time are leading by 19 points. 22-3 after a very impressive first half. Josh Van den Fleur in the 4th, Keenan in the 27th, and then Henshaw in the 37th as well. This is appalling. These ABs are putting down the rest of the Southern Hemisphere. And if there is a try, can you show it? That's it off, says Fiona. Unfortunately, due to licensing, any match footage at all gets you taken straight off YouTube, but I can recommend checking out the All Blacks YouTube channel straight after the game. You will be able to see it. Theo said Ireland are crushing New Zealand. They certainly are. Jeff Wilson. He can't quite believe what he has seen. And I don't think many of the ones who were back in the All Blacks 13 plus will quite be able to believe what they've seen either. You know what? All Blacks lose all matches, then win the Rugby World Cup 2023, and both the captain and the coach should go in the rest. And also Buddy says gun there. And also crazy, the Northern Hemisphere could conceivably win every series. Very true. And we will have to wait and see how it goes. I think the favourites to be able to win for Northern Hemisphere side of things is probably Scotland at the moment. They've got a very good chance up against Argentina. If, man, this team... Oh, no. What are the All Blacks doing here? Okay, we're at halftime, and they're doing some sort of, like, cinematic thing. Okay, they've fire from the roof. What is going on? Is it Razor emerging? Have we got a new coach, or what's going on? What are they doing? There's just this massive bug thing flying over. Is it Batman? I don't know. They're going to need some. Fire will rain. I have no idea what's going on at the stadium at the moment. Not a good start. There's a hammering. ABs need a big game in the second half. Well, that's going to dance and drag down. I don't know. We're just... someone's just... Oh, okay. It's an advertisement for Game of Thrones, ladies and gentlemen. That tells us what it is. And also, we're going to do a vote for Razor or Fozzie, please. And also, they're blessing the grounds. And also, should get Gatlin to coach the ABs. I think Sky Stadium must have some sort of deal with Game of Thrones. Because they were like, look, it's coming on the 22nd of August. Booyah, have some of that money. And also, they simulate the end of the world to cover up for the ABs. Says Sebastian, I was really worried it was going to be something that was supposed to happen if the All Blacks were ahead. And I hold up, thought it was how to train your dragons, says Gunspark. And then also bring back Richie McCaw, says Kevin there, and go Irish. And even in the past, when the ABs have been rebuilding, they have been far better than this, says Mark. And do I remember a match a few years ago in Dublin we're a bucket of tries ahead than some team wearing black nicked it last few minutes. Yeah, see, that's the thing. The All Blacks are a hard side to count out, but I mean, 19 points is a lot. It's going to be one that unless the All Blacks start this match brilliantly for the second half, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. And also Scotland. And there, as I says, Alan King, and also come on Ireland, says Olivia, and also Ireland is devastating. They've been clinical, and they have been able to make the most of any opportunity. I have a suggestion. What if there was a challenge between the North versus the Southern Hemisphere, says Davida? Because I guess that's kind of what we're seeing as a prelim here, but with how much hype there is around North versus South games, imagine a best of the top 15, or like top 15 players from the Northern Hemisphere, top 15 from the Southern Hemisphere, and having them go head-to-head. And also similar scoreline versus France last year, and the ABs came back. He's I'm nutty, and also Beauden Barrett needs to take a rest on the bench. I honestly think Beauden Barrett subbed here is a smart move for the All Blacks. It's not working for him in this one. That's actually another reason why in my lineup prediction video, I went with Filau Fakatava and also, I went with Finlay Christie and Richie Mo'unga just to throw something different at them. And also, is it time to call Kelly Brazier, Portia Woodman, and Michaela Blight? I think so. We need some pace down the wing. Get Michaela out there. See how she goes. And also, Northern Hemisphere pissing on the All Blacks shirt, says Neil. And also, man, All Blacks sucks, says Isaac. And then ABs have to get a try in the first 10 minutes from the break, says Martin. Exactly right. I have no doubts now that there is bad blood between the bad blood in the ABs camp. I'd say between players and the coach. As David and Hamish just saw that tonight on the screen outside the stadium. We drove past at 5 p.m. on fire. It said, I did wonder too, says Bob. So, yeah, I guess they've got some sort of good marketing deal. I'd hope that it would be quite a bit of money for Sky Stadium overall, hopefully. And also, Bodie went for the intercept, opened the space for the last try, says Frank Smith. And also, we have there 1 Bauer, 2 Samasoni, and 3 Nepo as the front row. And somewhere in New Zealand, 15 holes being dug, says I am nutty. But the thing is as well, Samasoni Takiaho, you'd have to argue he didn't deserve to get dropped out of the side. And I think a lot of people would agree with you because he played pretty well off the bench in that last one. And also Richie M hasn't made an impact at this level, says Shane. Well, if there's ever a time to try it, it's probably right now. In Scotland, who really cares? Third tier, same as New Zealand, says Alan King. I actually think Scotland versus Argentina is going to be one of the pick of them games of the weekend. It's going to be a brilliant matchup. And it's 1-1 in the series as well. So it should be exciting. And also, I don't know how long you can sit on a chair I don't know how you can sit on a chair, no back rest for so long, Hamish, says Steve. Yeah, it's a weird one because like this chair is probably the opposite of what you call a comfy one. As you can see, it's just literally like wood. I guess because I'm leaning forward, maybe it's not as brutal on the spine. 44-6 full time, says Carl. Could happen in this match in Ireland, 32. And New Zealand 26, and they need a game plan. See how they can turn the game around, says Sergio. Straight away, I would say no kicking for that one. Or some kicking, but not as much as that first half. It did go a little bit wrong for them, and I'm over the Barretts. Says over there, and Irish centres are unreal. They keep chopping and changing Henshaw around depending on who's fit, Ringrose or Archie. You're watching their game live, says Haka, and I am indeed, although I am not able to show any match footage or audio. That is due to the... due to licensing, I should say, but sweet as. Once again, donator, we are toast. Grants Island way too good. And yeah, it's going to be tricky. That actually reminds me, I have a box of Wheat Bix. And you will understand why I say about that in a very short moment. Because they actually have brought back the pack ones. You know, the ones how you can kind of get cards out of them. So we'll see whether or not we get ourselves a limited edition Richie McCaw for a nice halftime break. Rico Bad Errors, he's had quite a few throughout this contest. But Josh Van den Fleur, he's been on fire as always. Hugo Keenan and then Robbie Henshaw was able to score the last try. And also we have got the make drastic changes in the second half, says Takuti, and bring back the Crusaders for F's sake. And I don't watch rugby union. I'm an NRL guy, says Parker Booth. And we will actually be covering some more of the NRL on the Kiwi Lads Sport channel. If you haven't already, be sure to check that out. Also, if you do want to help support us, we have got a $5 channel membership. It does give you access to exclusive emojis in the chat as well. And it's hugely appreciated. The link is in the pinned comment. And also, could this be the last game Foster as head coach? Says Rugby Itch. It's a very good question. I streamed the whole game. We are just doing the commentary for this one and sort of a rest, back rest. Still no cushioning or way to adjust it in there as well, says Steve Smith. And they certainly got their midfield, or our midfield covered, Hamish. Our backs are rattled. And then hello, Brian in Istanbul. Are you a Kiwi, mate? From Bob. We'll go down a little bit further. Tell you what, it's very, very, very hectic in the chat. And Go Island, says Kapal. And also, we need the offloads. And make me captain, says RJ. And it's so nice to see them getting a stuffing. It had to happen one day, says Wayne. And good thing you are wearing your suit. You're dressed for a funeral. And it certainly isn't going the way that they want it to at the moment. I'd like to think there's some sort, and still can't find a box of tissues. Don't worry, mate. I got one. I'll be going through one all of tonight if I'm not careful. Nah, it's all right. I mean, the Island, they're just playing well, aren't they? And also, Mana has evaporated, and fifth world ranking is beckoning indeed, and should have been smart like the Springboks last week. Get the young bloods in and choose your final squad for an epic final, says Roger. And also, this is what happens when you take South Africa out of Super Rugby standards drop. We should have kept them, says Hanger Rat. And also, well, this has the game, or will this have the game in it as well, says it was Nakatalrua. Hopefully I've said that correctly, and imagine the halftime chat at the moment. I would think the thing is they need someone to give them a kick up the backside, but I don't know whether or not Ian Foster's the guy to do that. Sam Kane, I don't know whether or not he actually can yell. So it's one of those ones you need like some angriness, at halftime. Go, boys, what is going on? We are not doing very well at all. We keep dropping the ball. Sort it out. And also change at the ruck. Don't work. And there's, I've got me All Blacks Stat Attack box. My dad has generously put them on top for me, as you can see there. Richie McCaw limited edition cards. We're going to open it at halftime. Can it be the one good thing for the All Blacks today? There we go. Wheat-Bix. They're good for you. I mean, a Wheat-Bix sponsorship one day wouldn't be a terrible thing. Right, who we got? Oh, we got the injured man, Scott Barrett. Straight away, he is not playing in this contest. Unfortunately, Achilles is downhill for him. He can only eat 6 Wheat-Bix. There you go. First one on the list. Next one, Ian Jones. Okay, we might need him in the current day. He eats 8 Wheat-Bix. There you go. And also, this is good for the Rugby World Cup. I better to iron out these wrinkles now and next year, and I can't breathe, says Archer there. And also, if there's, or that's their job, they are the leadership of the team. If they can't fire, then they need to go. And I hope this omen for Southern Hemisphere teams today. And also, this experience side, no fact. And next card, who that? Bloody Scott Barrett again. I don't want 2 of them. This week's Wheat-Bix cards are nostalgic as. If I get another Scott Barrett. Okay, it's Nepo Lavala. There you go. Test point 0. Can he get his first try? A young man's got out the tux for the big game. Mother also just came from a Samoan hangover win over Fiji. And Sam, not the right captain. And also too late for the next year already. And when I lose, trying to enjoy it until you see the scoreboard says no man's land. And also as well, Jordan touched the ball. He touched it once. And then it went a little bit wonky. Now, other than that, I think we've probably seen him get the ball about once or twice to pass it on and settle down, go to the ABs, and Medics come out. Help me, please, says Albert there. Does anyone like Scott Barrett? Because we got 2 of them. There you go. I know a man who likes a Barrett, doesn't he? Ian Foster's wet dream, that is. But now, second half, just about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. Pro rugby players are too soft. There's always someone to wash their dishes and make their bed, says Martin Smith there. Nepo worst carry ever, says AJ and Green Wheat-Bix. And also, of course, Nepo missed the Dackles. And we built in a World Cup team or what? Says Gunspark there. I'm sitting in the cinema with my auntie, and her big question is how the F are the All Blacks losing? That's a very good question. Ireland outplaying them big time. Sam is like a ton of Randall, clueless. It's Shane. Now, second half will be just about getting underway. And also, we have got there in the chat, hi from Amelia. I hope you are doing well. And also Shades of 98. Sam Kane is doing his best, though, says Frank. And even South Africa won after they were 3-18. So, yeah, the big question is, do we see the fight back from the All Blacks in the second half? Michael Jones bring him back. And there as well, yeah. I got Ian here. I got Ian Jones. And also, All Blacks sucks balls, says Sheldon there. And also, bye-bye, Foz, says T-Mac. And also, let's be honest, the rest of the world has caught up with the AB style of play. Time for a change, says Abiel. And also, I was going to smash my phone if the ABs win by a drop goal, says Gunsmoke. And also, been drinking Hennessy since 3 p.m. And which rugby player at the moment is the grub, says Ed. Is that like in this game or in all games combined? Because, There's a few out there who have a little bit of those cheap shots and whatnot. I know that hair pulling is one that a lot of people consider quite grubbery, so you'd have to say Johnny Hill from that other match possibly, and ABs will fight back, but it might be just too damage or be too damaging taken in the first half, or too much damage taken in the first half, sorry. And also Zandy Farrell, that good a coach, he's doing all right for themselves at the moment, and bring back the ABs that don't drop the ball would be helpful. All of a sudden, now I can eat my brekkie. Come on, lads, close this out. Says Dennis, do you want some wheat bix? Because I only got the box for the cards, and now I've just got a massive box of them. Oh, yeah. Just reading that. Yeah. Oh, my dad will probably eat those. He enjoys a couple wheat bix in the morning. And Ireland are rocking out with their cocks, says Dad. And also, we got the LDF. Does Nepo keep getting picks? Says T-Mac. That's because Ofa Taungawhasi last week gave away a yellow card and about 6 penalties. So they had to switch it a little bit. Right. They're interviewing John Plumtree. What can he do? Yeah, and damn, we're getting Dick. And this says Bob. And also, if Foster makes wholesale changes, we may have a chance. Says AJK in there as well. But now Sexton, he's done pretty nicely. He's brought up his 1,000. I only had 3 wheat bix. And also, mate, I can't believe I've lived through an era where the All Blacks were invincible to now being thrashed by the likes of Ireland. Shake my head, says Juju. And bring back John Mitchell, says Frank. And also 22-2-3. Shocking, says John. Right, second half just around the corner. We'd love to watch live in the USA, says Robert. Have you got Flow Rugby? That will be probably your best choice to be able to watch in the US, or on the All Blacks YouTube channel. You will be able to catch the highlights of this game straight after. And Plumtree, very essential, says Sebastian there. And also we have got the backs have no chemistry. You can clearly see it, says Abiel, and also Sam Kane, it's do or die. And we have also, tell you what, the chat is going very, very quick, isn't it? And we should have borrowed the Samoans, says Dale. Yeah, they showed quite a bit of fight in their game. They were down by 14 at halftime, but managed to fight back and get themselves a win up against the Fijians. Right, the changes in the Irish lineup, there are none. They have kept the exact same lineup as they started the match with. And Ireland was scoring 3 minutes. AB's fan, says Archer. And also I hope the AB's busy scraping the butter off their fingers and applying super glue during halftime. And 3:05 a.m. Saturday morning in Arkansas, USA. Seems like the All Blacks just going through the motions, whereas the pace of the players gone. They certainly need some of it. Oh, House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones once again getting shown. That makes sense, because if it's Sky Stadium, they can probably do what they want at the ground, can't they? Because they're Sky. And also maybe you need to give Gatlin a ring, says Wayne there. And also halftime, lots of noodles, says Spider-Man. Right, second half just about to get back underway. Anyone who hasn't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I need to borrow a tie for court on Monday. Any chance, mate? I could lend you it. I've actually got another one that has like the elastic that might be easier if you don't want to tie it. Now taken nicely by James Ryan just outside of the 22, and Jameson Gibson Park about to put up a box kick for Ireland. We need Richie at 10. And let's go Irishman, says Ed Vogel. Kicked high from Gibson Park. James Lowe chasing after a hard. Will Jordan changing his line a little bit. You've got to be careful doing that. You can get penalised. But the All Blacks got this ball back 40 metres out. Brodie Retallick, they need something early on for themselves to get back into this contest. David Harvey goes off to Hardy Savia. Now Rico Ioane down the wing for his 50th test match. This is not one you want to remember if the All Blacks go down by 19. Smith back across to Harvey. Good attack and run from Ofa Taungawhasi. So they've actually taken off Nepo Lalala at halftime. Bowden Barrett trying to pierce the gap. Doesn't quite get through. Now currently 15 out from the 22. Will Jordan passes off to Akira Ioane. He's had actually a little bit more of a quieter game than I expected for the big man. And number 6, Cody Taylor, tackled low by Tyke Byrne. Not many gaps opening up here in the Irish backline. David Arveli now back to Geordie Barrett. Big shot on him by Caelan Doris and dragged down low from Henshaw, the likes of Ireland. And there, as I say, it's gonna Colin Graham. And there also we've got the changes to the ABs. Not at this stage, other than Nepo Lalala, he is the only one. So just the one where any change it. Oh no, I read the one. And also have the ABs have any fire. That was almost dropped, but it's nicely done by the All Blacks. Up to 12 phases now for the All Blacks. This is similar to what we saw from Ireland in the last match, when they did put phase after phase after phase and then drive their way over the try line. Still 22 metres to go here for the All Blacks. Taungawhasi has the ball ripped away from him. It's bounced back up to Bowden Barrett, and now he is getting close. Tries to find the offload, unable to do so. Now picked up by Akira Ioane, who takes it on himself. The advantage is over. 2 Irish players straight over the ball. Hardy Savia round the side with the bump off. Try to get through 2 players, but Peter O'Mani is been able to get it down. We have got a new member on the channel. Thank you very much, Sione Fafita. Very close to the line for the All Blacks. Geordie Barrett taken down by Josh Van den Fleur, who needs to roll. He is not rolled. Now going back across once again, Big Brody Retallick trying to back himself to go in for the try. It's an advantage to the All Blacks. Ardie Savia backing himself. He got 2 in the last match, or in fact the match before, sorry. Penalty advantage still in favour of the ABs. Kirioani, he's got it at the back. Pressure from Ireland. Shutting it down as soon as it came out the back. Come on, All Blacks. This half is where it counts. And come on, ABs. Show the Irish how to play rugby as back line. Off to Will Jordan. Once again now. Passes short. David Arvelli doesn't quite get it, but it's gone backwards for Sever Reese, who now trying to go through. Sever Reese close. 2 metres short of the line. Aaron Smith. He was trying to get the penalty with Josh Van den Fleur, but it didn't work out. Now Sam Cane drops his head. Going to be just short of the line. Brilliant defence from the Irish. But the All Blacks are up to 23 phases, and it's another penalty advantage. The pass from Smith was a little bit wayward, too high. So Kirioani couldn't drive. Ardie Savia stretches out. They want to check it, but it might be the try for the ABs. Okay, I haven't got a grounding, says Wayne Barnes. I think it's grounded, says his touch judge. So they're going to have to go upstairs. ABs too flat man, FFS. Says RJ, yeah, you know that the Irish defence is going to rush up. So because of that, you need to be slightly deeper so they can't just shut you down straight away. Give Ardie the captain's role already, says Juju. It's a thing in my lineup prediction. I actually gave Ardie Savia captaincy and gave Dalton Papali'i my number 7. Right, Ardie Savia. That's down. And that is going to be an All Blacks try. And it is Ardie Savia who has been able to get it his 3rd try of the series. Savia, there we go. Ardie Savia scores it in the 43rd minute. Exactly the kick up the backside that the boys must have needed at halftime. Someone's given them a talking to. And it's worked because Ardie Savia has now got himself the 1st try of this half. We've got a yellow card as well, says Lions at Tube. And also Ardie and Will Jordan are our only hope, says Joe Webby. He just uses that size and the strength of Ardie Savia. Spins out of the tackle with Furlong and Kieran bringing the magic, says Steve Smith. That is true. Actually, now that I think about it, ever since we put that little man up in the top corner, the All Blacks have done not too badly for themselves. It's right, let's go ABs. Says reality always wins, and yeah, the ABs. It's Kevin there as well. Now Geordie Barrett lining up this kick. He's only had 2 kicking attempts tonight. And that is going to be going straight over the All Blacks. Now sitting 10 points to 22. And also, that's a boy small steps. It is indeed. My voice is trying to disappear. Okay. Should be all right now. And that's a boy small steps. And long live New Zealand. Beautiful New Zealand, says Juju. And there's all right. Ofa Tuangafasi is back down. We only just started getting momentum. You can't take him off now, surely. It might be him going off the field. Okay, someone was asking for a possible another look at that to see if the penalty. And is your cat, or your cute cat watching, says Kevin? He is. Or he's not really watching the screen, but he's watching from the fireplace. Yes, sitting there. And also, do you give ABs some of your wheat bix at halftime, mate? Maybe. I mean, Scott Barrett, he consumes 6. How many does Nepal Lalala eat? He eats 5. That's all he got in him. Interesting. Right, Nepal Lalala. Hopefully he's at his 5 wheat bix and he's going to be back out onto the field because I think Tuangafasi has to try and pass his HIA. Now Nepal Lalala's success rate for the All Blacks is 84.2%. Will that change? And also you'll be doing sign language by the 5th stream, Hamish, says Steve Smith. Okay, they want to check something here. Okay, Nepal Lalala, I think, got a cheap shot from Bundy Arki. Yeah, just shoulder straight on the head. That bonked him, I guess is the best way of putting it. And also keep on the grinding them ABs or down ABs, make them tired to compete. And also, is George having a Coke at yours tonight, says Laurie? That is a good question. Not too sure at this stage. And also great commentary, says Uppy. So I believe he is going to be joining me for Australia versus England if he is free. And like he eats 100, says Juju. And yeah. Although I feel like it would be a weird one to lie about, being like, hey, I only eat 5 wheat bix. So put that on my card. Maybe it's like he doesn't want to say 15. Something like that. Leave it, let's play, says Gunspark. Now back across. Jameson gives him Park. Gives it off to Dan Sheehan. Nice carry once again. Jamison Park gives it off now to Tyg Byrne. Or in fact, sorry, it's James Ryan. Aaron Smith, he wanted it. He's given away a dumb penalty, though. And they do take the quick tap, Jamison Park. But they do go back because he wasn't quite on the mark. Is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck playing? He is. He's coming off the bench in the later stages of this match. But he is not out there yet to make it happen, ABs. Still can win the series. Let's go, AB, says P. Wade, and go Ireland, says Fax. And let's not forget, we are still behind by 12 points. So we need 2 converted tries to get in front, says John. Although 2 converted tries is a lot better than 19 points down, that is for sure. By a little bit, not by a huge amount, because it's still tricky. And 5 wheat picks, no wonder they losing, says Tony. Yeah, I mean, what's his face? Ian Jones 8-8. So I feel like Scott Barrett having 6 and Nepo Lalala having 5. Maybe they've made... No, it's the opposite. Everything's smaller nowadays, isn't it? In terms of like biscuits and all sorts. And my Irish brothers are going well, says Master Mel, and also still got time to do it, AB. Says P-Wave, 46 minutes through this game. It's gone in nicely to Tyg Byrne. Pop back across to... James Lowe's been lined up by Nepo Lalala, who has sat him down those worthy extra wheat bix on that one. Now, Jamison Park around the side to Andrew Porter. It's been slammed down to the ground by a Kiriwani. And come on, you boys in green, says Jason Moore. Nice step from Henshaw. He has been playing brilliant throughout this series. Artie Savia over the ball. Does he get the turnover? He sure does. Tyke Furlong slaps someone out of frustration. I'm not too sure who he was slapping. It might have been his own leg. It might have been someone else's. But Tyke Furlong was not a happy man in that breakdown. Go Ireland, says Scrumptious. And yes, Savia, says Scrow. And he is stepping up like we mentioned in that last match when he went off early and they couldn't get him back out. That was one of those ones that the All Blacks certainly don't want to have happen again, because you need him out there for the full 80. He gets over the ball. And yeah, Ty Furlong wasn't happy. I think he slapped Aaron Smith, and those Snickers bars are like half the size I remember as a child and more expensive, says Steve. Yeah, it's a shame that everything's shrinking, but the price of it is going up. I feel like they should just make them the same size, but it's all about the money, isn't it? Unfortunately, for those companies that just try and tiny. Sorry, got a bit excited. That was Tyg Byrne almost going through a gap off an intercept. He has been dragged down 35 metres out. I apologise for yelling. I got a bit carried away. Jamison Park pops it up to Mac Hansen, but there could be a try for Ireland just around the corner if they keep on attacking this way. Hey, says that Denny, welcome in. 5 wheat bix is easy. Cricketers eat 9. See, there's a Robert there. Still available for the Irish. Almost 5 phases in. Johnny Sexton. Wide cut out pass from Hugo Keenan. Nicely taken by James Lowe, who goes for the grubber. It slapped into the hands of Geordie Barrett. Now off to Smith. Cody Taylor. One more back to Bowden Barrett, who decides he wants to kick it off the left. And that's a good kick downfield. Goes into touch. And Ireland do not take it quickly. Ireland not number yet. Says Zanak, and also we have got there Savia stepping up where Kane goes missing. Blowing steam, says it was Marco Vanapola, and felt that heavy, says Gunspark. And you shout all you like, or you can shout all you like, says Colin there. I'm always worried that it's going to come through too loud, though, is my only thing for that one. So I don't want to absolutely deafen you guys. And I don't think England will. SCG is sold out. And there says Robert, I heard that they were sold out at the SCG, weren't they? If I'm not wrong. SCG is sold out, and I don't think England will is there. So it's kind of split in half. And P. Wade has said, love your excitement, says P. Wade. And also Ireland going to fold, says Zanuck. Although at this stage, there's still quite the difference. And the score, come on, ref, where's the red card, says Ludus Tube. And Sam Kane and Foster need to go 3 games in a row. Same English beat us at the World Cup. Good kick, Bowden, says RJ. Done very nicely. But Johnny Sexton, he is currently down. But at halftime, he was firing up the boys. And then they went out there, and 3 minutes later, the All Blacks scored. So don't get him to do the team talk, I would say, for Ireland. Whoever did it before the match, get him back out there, because he did brilliantly. And as Foster rationing the All Blacks wheat bix, he's gone too far now. Says it was Tony. Who else can you get in these cards, actually, now that I think about it? They normally... you can get the man himself, Ian Foster, head coach of the All Blacks. You can get Ian Jones, Jerry Collins, Justin Marshall, Kieran Reid, and also Richie McCaw. You can get golden edition Richie. That'll be the goal. Just got to eat more wheat bix. Taken nicely by Ireland once again. Josh Van den Flower breaks off the back. Good fend on Cody Taylor, but Artie Savia makes another tackle. He has had a work rate and a half today, Artie. And how do you like your wheat bix? Says Jada, if I was to have them, I'd have them with wheat bix, or sorry, not with wheat bix, with milk and sugar would normally be the way to go, I would say. I know some people like them with hot water, some people like them blended up. And as I agree, didn't we get a red for a shoulder to the head last week? And also is Ian Foster using the Warriors attack in defensive patterns? Oh, this is someone down at the moment for the All Blacks. That doesn't look too good at the moment for, I want to say it's Brodie Retallick, the big man. That is not what you want. Now Hugo Keenan takes it just out from the Irish 22. Come on, Black, says Peter. Taken nicely by Bowden Barrett now. Kicks it back downfield. This is looking decent for the kick, but it goes straight into the hands of Hugo Keenan, who has great covering positioning at the back, and he's got a great boot on him as well. There are players down all over the place. I think Brodie Retallick is the next, or the player who is still down, I should say. Now kick downfield from Geordie Barrett, trying to skitter, but it hasn't quite skittered through Hugo Keenan, who actually looks like he's got tattoos on the whole side of his body, just like Courtney Laws. But the difference is Hugo Keenan fell in some mud. Now Geordie Barrett kicking it downfield. I mean, it's the cheaper version of a tattoo, really. You don't have to deal with the pain of the needle. Instead, you just end up finding your nearest puddle. Sliding straight through. That's kicked into touch from James Lowe, and I don't believe the All Blacks will take this one quickly because Brodie Retallick isn't looking too flash. We got a red for head-on-head incidental content of milk and sugar, says Colin there. Oh, what happened to Brodie? Right, Brodie Retallick, his face needs possibly restructured head-on-head, says Rio Gamer. And bring on Richie, says Daniel, and that won't save him, says No Man's Land. Okay, he has to go off the field, and also, just like last game, but Ireland. Can someone tell me why and how Sam Cane was selected and then made captain, says Master Mel. It's a good question overall. They did decide that with that experience, they're going upstairs. Is Sam Whitelock playing? I haven't heard you call out his name yet. He is there. He's just been relatively quiet, but now Brodie Retallick, he'll be off the field, so we might see Sam Whitelock start to step up a little bit more now that Tupavai has come out there with him. Right. So they're saying Andrew Porter may not have intended to dip. Time in this game, it is 50 minutes through at the moment. And Foster's game plan, give the ball back to Ireland quickly, says Tony. And also send the number one for Ireland off, says Johnny. All right, Andrew Porter. So it's head on head, but it's the question of, is there enough ducking in the challenge? Okay, they've said they've got foul play. This is going to be at least a yellow card, I would think, for Andrew Porter. Kiwi lad fell in a mud tattoos, says Shane. And also, yes, red card, surely. And also, Foster, that's why he's captain. And also, could be a card in hot water, sugar, and milk and spread over jam toast. And we do not game out for the ABs. Says Fafita, right. I think they're giving this as at least a yellow card here. Yes, it is a yellow card for Andrew Porter. So he will be going off the field. Now, they are asking the question of why it's only a yellow rather than a red when Angus Ta'avao did end up with a red card last week. But I believe the thing that changed it slightly is that it wasn't as direct as Angus Ta'avao's, I guess. So that means Brodie Retallick, his face is swelling up like it's a balloon at the moment. He's getting asked, what's your name, where you from? Brodie's going, my head hurts. So he is going to be going back for his HIA. Yeah, he is heading back. So he might have his night over here, Brodie Retallick in yellow. Says Frank there. And also we have got their play on of a F and ref. And also let's go Tupavai on your docs. And it's a yellow. Well, questioning last match is red. And arrow card WGF. And also Brodie ducked a so tall. So he must have, says Frank Smith there. Yeah, he's a bit of a unit, isn't he? Oh, Brodie Retallick. And also all because it's Yucko reffing. Says Richard. And that should have not been a yellow card, says Connor. Are you saying it should have been more than a yellow or less than a yellow? And also Brodie ducked. Now, Rolling Moore opening up for the All Blacks. Why not a red card, says Benji. I think they have said because it wasn't as direct of a contact as it was in the last match. And there were more factors that did limit it for the damage, I think, is what they did end up going with. And also, we reckon they might be too big, considering more angles, says No Man's Land. Now, Aaron Smith goes back across to Akira Ioane. He's through. Akira Ioane with the step, and he scores. And the All Blacks have got themselves another, and it's another forward for the ABs. The second half is certainly going at a different rate than the first, that is for sure, because already we have seen 2 tries scored by the All Blacks. Akira Ioane was able to break not just 1 tackle, not just 2, but I believe he broke 3 to get through But ended up just breaking off. First of all, Dan Sheehan missed the tackle. Then Matt Hansen at the back needed to try and make that, and it just didn't work for him. The All Blacks, they scored themselves another try with the Kieran emoji. And absorbing tackle. That's a new key phrase, says Master Mel. And also we have got there, you don't work in Te Puke, do you? I do not. Do I look like someone there, maybe? And also we have got try, let's go, ABs, keep on grinding them down, says Patrick. Yeah, the All Blacks playing this one at a frantic pace now, up to 17 points to 22. All I can say is they still need to convert a try, says John. And as a player, it's infuriating when a player ducks at the last second and it causes head contact, says Steve. And also, Kira the man, says RJ. And also, Ireland set in the trap, says Master Mal. But for Lau Whakatawa, he was loving that one when it did end up with him being able to run straight through. But now, Kiriwani, Artie Savia, the loose forward trio, is working hard. I'm waiting for Dalton Papali to make his way out there at number 7. Give me All Blacks to command, and also that's all they need. Imagine if we had Papali at 7 instead of Kane, says Juju. We're on the same page. Splitting image. Even talk the same, says Kane. Yeah, so I don't think I've gone to Te Puke before, but I guess say hi to my twin for me. They do say that you got a twin somewhere. And also, come on. Yeah, sweet as. Luckily, because you didn't write it out, I can put it up on the screen. And Akira says rugby itch. And always said Akira shines with passion and composure. And spot on Juju. Says F, the Marfa there. And never say goodbye. Die, boys, I should say. Oh, that's going to be a knock on from Hugo Keenan. Now the All Blacks have got this ball back. Sam Whitelock's knocked it on, and they will be going back for the initial scrum. The ABs can always last at this intensity. That's how we have always played. And with the man advantage as well for the next 7 minutes, the All Blacks would love to be able to get themselves back to an even playing field by the end of this yellow card, which is still going to be another 7 minutes. But after that, they should be all good to try and wear down the Irish. Just a little bit more strike again when they are in the bin, says Richard. And also it's called a double Jenna Suki Thunder. And Wellington in for a treat today, says Rice. They certainly are. And New Zealand versus Ireland, how freaking good is this? Let's go, Kiwis in the Irish. Oh, come on, Ireland, says Steve. And your captain is supposed to be the best player in that position. Kane is not in the top 3, says Joe Webby. Yeah, so it's an interesting one. I feel that they should consider going to the bench soon, just because Papali offers quite a bit in the breakdown and adds that little bit of extra something, and all the all chokes can't last against the might Irish. And Brother F didn't go to the first knock on, says Rio Gamer. Also knew they were going to score as soon as Ireland go down to 14, says Scrow. And also the Irish flags from Fax. 53 minutes through. Oh, Vanden Flair is off the field, and that is for Kean Healy for that replacement of Andrew Porter. So that's unfortunate because Josh Vanden Flair is not an easy player to take off the field when he's playing as well as he is. And come on, Ireland, says Colin Graham. Oh, I see Bundyaki actually packing on this near side and should have subbed. Came after 1 minute, says Master Mal. And also, yeah, boys, let's go now. And let's get it over the line, Ireland, says Connor. Now Jameson gives a park, goes back to James Lowe. Good job breaking through a tackle, but David Arvili makes a tackle on him now. Gives him park, attack and run. Wayne Barnes has done well to dodge that one because he almost ended up getting cleaned up by a bulldozer. And Bundyaki, it's another advantage to the Irish. That is a dumb penalty to give away for the All Blacks, as it will be straight out in front for the 3, and they can use up a little bit more time. Peter O'Mahony goes back across to Sexton. Now Hugo Keenan thought about offloading it, didn't find it. In the end, Will Jordan over the ball, and they will be going back for the initial penalty to stop the breaks play. And there and go the boys, says Peter, and got a feeling if we win, this Fozzie rule will remain, says Shane there. And Twin, a Weet-Bix pocket in there, and their Summit Ultra at halftime has helped, says Delta there. All right, Johnny Sexton, he's an experienced man. He will go for the 3, and this will use up a little bit more time on the clock as well. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I mentioned, we have got plenty more rugby coming later on tonight. We are going to be doing the matchup between Australia and England. Alongside that, we are going to be doing the matchup that is taking place between South Africa and Wales. And then the last game that we are going to be covering on the channel will be Argentina versus Scotland. But if you do want to help us out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, I have a little bit of a task for you. I know that George will be on the next live stream. If you do enjoy gaming, not just the rugby side of things, we do actually do a little bit of rugby league over there, but a few other games. Be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. It is me. It is my, I was about to say it's me, myself, and also George. And that is a link for the gaming channel. For anyone who is interested in gaming, be sure to check it out. But Johnny Sexton getting ready to line up this kick. 5 minutes left of the yellow card. And there and go the boys, says Peter. And also, yeah, boys, let's go now. And Johnny Sexton, he's an experienced man. He will go for the 3, and this will use up a little bit more time on the clock as well. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I mentioned, we have got plenty more rugby coming later on tonight. We are going to be doing the matchup between Australia and England. Alongside that, we are going to be covering on the channel will be Argentina versus Scotland. But if you do want to help us out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, I have a little bit of a task for you. I know that George will be on the next live stream. If you do enjoy gaming, not just the rugby side of things, we do actually do a little bit of rugby league over there, but a few other games. Be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. It is me. It is myself, and also George. And that is a link for the gaming channel. Just taking the time. Use up the full minute if you can, if you're Ireland. Deep breath from Sexton. 25 out, straight out in front. Should be a nice, easy kick from him, I would think. And that's used up a good minute and a bit on the clock. And that has gone over from Johnny Sexton. So not only does it extend the lead to 8 points now, but it also gives them less time with only 14 men on the field. And also a lock, or Amish is Amish. This is Jackson. And also lock on it. Lock on it. Too early to over. Says 48 Tong. If we're talking locks for the All Blacks, Brodie Retallick did get taken off the field. So that might be why Tupavai is on the field. And great job you're doing. I just found the stream, says Red Line. Thank you very much, mate. Usually appreciated you being here. Well, this one, Jameson Gibson Park about to go for the box kick once again. 56 minutes through this matchup. Even though that says 63, it is lying. And also Brewtown Upper Hutt, Wellington. And did someone get yellow? They did indeed. It was Andrew Porter who did get himself the yellow card for Ireland. New Zealand have this 145 out from their own line. Tupavai tries to step through. A little bit of a juggle there. And now back across. Smith went for the offload. Didn't quite get it away. Kiriwani with a nice bump off. It was straight over the top of Kean Healy. Now 50 metres out. It's a penalty to Ireland. And that is brilliantly done once again. It's over now. And also now All Blacks need 2 more tries and 2 more tries, ABs. Says Elias near the end. Also, still too close, go Ireland, says Steve. And then hit the like button and subscribe, folks. Yeah, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We have got plenty more international rugby coming. We're doing the whole of the Rugby Championship and bring back radio sport. Says Willie Pete there. And New Zealand drop goal, not a bad idea. I'm going to celebrate all day and all night. Sorry, guys, I put a curse on the All Blacks to lose. And also New Zealand is kind qualifying for ICC Cricket World Cup League in India final, says the Ninja Dude. It was very nicely done by the Irish. Straight on the breakdown. I love test match tours or test march tours or match tours, I think it is. It's going to know all of the Irish players. And Kiwi lad, I want a mud tattoo if we lose, says Shane. And also final score will be 31-17, says Just Saying. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, that's the thing. The All Blacks have got a big decision here. Because when do they decide to bring on Roger Tuivasa-Sheck and Richie Mo'unga? They're probably going to come on at different times, take the ball up with 2 hands, as well, says Patrick, and also come on New Zealand, get more points and go All Blacks go. And Roger Tuivasa-Sheck warming up, says RJ there. Okay. Whakatava's coming on for Aaron Smith, and Richie Mo'unga's coming on in jersey 22, a combination that I'm looking forward to seeing in action. But once again, Johnny Sexton will be lining up this kick. The thing is, this one doesn't even really need to go over. It just uses up a little bit more time for the Irish. 2 minutes left. And I bet $50 All Blacks to win. If they don't, I will ask my dad to pay, says Jackson. Strike by Sexton. It's got decent distance on it. It's a nice strike. It's hit the crossbar for Johnny Sexton. Unfortunate there to not quite get it over. But now Will Jordan kicks it. I think that's actually hit an Irish hand as well. And that one's going to be a 50-50. Hugo Keenan cleans it up beautifully there for Ireland, and they've got the ball back for another opportunity on attack before the All Blacks make their subs, because Aaron Smith is still out there. And Aaron Moji laugh, and then a few says scroll then off the post, says RJ, yeah, hit him with the crossbar, and also quick get the tissues for Aaron Smith, says Dodie. And the Irish were anticipating this, says David. Currently, we can hear the Irish chants in the crowd at Sky Stadium. We did see an Irish win earlier on in the week when they were able to take down the Māori All Blacks. That one's gone high from Johnny Sexton, and it's going to be an anyone's ball. It hasn't got a Bowden Barrett. Great take there. Driving catch from Geordie Barrett. He does love a bit of cricket to get kicked out of the MCG one day. Jordan now running through. He's got Rieko Ioane, and he can't hear Rieko, but it doesn't matter because Johnny Sexton's not going to get him. And Will Jordan goes in for the try. He just doesn't not score in any match. And he's having a dumb penalty indeed. And also, Hamish, have you ever rode a horse? Not very well, I don't think. I rode a rocking horse, and I think I even fell off that. So, nah, not a real horse. And Coles is well past Shane. And super sub Richie says, Willie, but Will Jordan, he had Rieko Ioane with him, but then he decided he saw he was Sexton in front of him. And he was like, nah, I'm going over. You ain't stopping me, son. And just went straight through. Love Will Jordan. And also, yes, mate, I'm not sure why Sammy Sozo wasn't there sorry, Samasoni wasn't there, but what we will do is we will quickly update it, and Will Jordan scores the try for the ABs in the 67th minute. Oh, a little bit of emotion on the face of Ian Foster there. He almost looked happy. And also, no, says Delta. An amazing try by Will Jordan. It certainly was. And also, Cole will win as a red card. And did we get the conversion? It is still yet to be taken. But Folau Fakatava and Richie Moonga both out there on the field. So a couple more players, I guess you could say, that might gel a bit more. Richie Moonga with his Crusaders teammates, and David Havili, Will Jordan, and Sevu Reese. And then also Fakatava just seems to be able to inject that little bit of extra, I guess, aggressiveness in the way that he plays. And I told you, bring out Kieran Amish works every time, said Steve. Yeah, he has literally turned this game around. Geordie Barrett. It's gone straight over the post. They've got to decide if it goes over. They have said no. And damn, they missed the conversion. I knew this was going to be a close Amish. And also give us a bark, Johnny Sexton and a legend, Will Jordan, Hall of Fame. Got to be still behind, though. And also time to Barbecue Island. And damn, they missed the conversion, says Jada. Yeah, it's a big one to miss. But it is still, is that someone that was an Irish fellow pulling the fingers at the All Blacks when they were in the huddle? Weren't too happy with that try. They are just looking at that one again for Geordie Barrett. It goes straight over the top of the post. So I think it works on the theory of it would have hit the post if it was there. And where's Pinot for the intercept, and confidence and speed will win it for us, says Joe Webby. And also it just curved in on the tip ref as Guns Shark, or Guns Spark, I should say. And also no other team in the world can do this. AB says, Sweet As, you've been very generous with your $2 donations today. Sweet As, you've been flying towards them. That's about the 4th or 5th, isn't it? And I was like, what? That is over. And I was like, go to the All Blacks, says Jenny, and go to the ABs. There's Jonathan Wright. It is going to be Ireland now, who have got themselves the scrum feed. 62 minutes through this contest, and the All Blacks are down by 3, trying to turn it around. It is actually, that says 67. We are 62 minutes through. Brother Timo must be screaming in his ears. And also now I only trust Dan Carter, and go the mighty ABs. And there is no post that high that conversed, says it was Gun Shark. And also we need another try, and come on Irish, says Ed Vogel, and go the mighty All Blacks. And now I only trust Dan Carter. And what a try, says Master Mail. Yeah, it's been very impressive. Peter Wilkins at the moment, the Ireland assistant coach. He'll be looking at the second half, wondering how they can break that momentum of the All Blacks. They're still ahead by 3. So we can't forget that. The Irish, they are not scoring a huge amount of points in the second half, though, compared to the first. Kiwi lad threw some mud on Fozzie's face. And also we have got there, come on Ireland, says Facts. And this reminds me of Fiji versus Samoa, where Samoa was losing, and then they fought back, and now it's a brilliant run. Pandiaki, only a couple meters short, tries to get up and go again. Artie Savia saw it out the back. It's a penalty to Ireland. Ooh. Okay. So that one was almost bouncing out the back, but it wasn't behind the hindmost foot. Now, the thing is, Peter O'Mahony said, is that a yellow card? And Wayne Barnes said, not when you ask. So, you know, thank you for the rocking horse story. And then Wheatbix Power says, Brian, I mean, one day, maybe. One day. we might be able to get the Wheatbix sponsorship. I feel like that would be a decent aim for one day, maybe. And that guy was offside. Says Gun and Spark there. And this is more like France versus ABs, but Ireland don't have the French backs. So many penalties, says Jada. Yeah, there's been quite a few, my guys. Says No Man's Land. Okay. The time is back off. Sam Kane's coming off. Dalton Papali'i is going to be making his way out there. This is going to be probably a turning point in this match. And yep, Wheatbix Power. And let's go All Blacks or New Zealand. Says the Taylor Lovers there. And also, Sky should sack the commentary team and get you in there, lad. Says a Wooly P and Sweet As, you're my hero. And Artie offside, bro, says RJ. Yeah, he was around the side. That one, Dalton Papali now making his way out onto the field for Sam Kane, who didn't really want to go. He's pointing at someone. Don't know who. He's going off. He's getting a round of applause from the Sky Stadium crowd. And how much longer left? We have still got another 16 minutes left in this contest. It's a yellow card up. It is. So Ireland back to 15 now in this match as well. Taken nicely by Ryan Beard. That's a lie. It was James Ryan. And now breaking off Rob Herring. Boy, he's close. He's got it down. And Ireland have got a try again. And that is exactly what they would have wanted. Rob Herring, the replacement hooker. Peter O'Mahony gets helped back up to his feet like he is some sort of elderly man. But he just puts his body on the line every single time, Peter O'Mahony. And I don't know how he's still walking. And also Get Off Kane, says Delamain. And Ireland folding, says Zaniak. And also, come on, Ireland, says Delta, and don't give Kane a round of applause. You guys should be cheering in happiness. He's gone off And there, take that ABs. Come on, Ireland. Says Miriam. Nicely done. Rob Herring slams it down. They're saying that the crowd don't like it, but I think they're not really not liking it because it's a try. They're not liking it because the All Blacks let them get the try again. Just when the momentum was shifting a little bit. But Jack Conan. Okay, Peter O'Mahony's now going off the field because he has taken another head knock, I think. So he is going off for Jack Conan. And grrr, says Lamuffa. And what again says Gunsmoke. Yeah, it's been, Gunsmark. And O'Mahony is a tank. He certainly is. He just doesn't give in. Like, he just keeps getting up and going again and again and again. And like they're saying, Peter O'Mahony, he's put his body on the line in this test series, and that is a try that does reap the rewards. Currently, it is 65 minutes through, so 8 minutes ahead for our scheduled, or our clock for this one. But now, Johnny Sexton, this kick will make it back to an 11-point difference. That's a lie. It would be 10. Sexton has got that one over. It's kind of a little bit of a late swirl to the right, but it has still gone over, and now the score is 32 points to 22. Ireland Power using Brumby's game plan is unbeatable, and also Bundy Aki hugging the referee, probably slipping more money in his pocket, says John. And also Hamish, I want to make a $50 donation. Can you do me a favor? Can I borrow $50, says Jackson. I mean, as logical as it would be, I might have like a couple bucks somewhere. Sweet has donated a couple bucks. I could lend you like two. I'm very blurry now. Why are we so blurry? Hang on. There we go. We're back to crystal clear. And also, All Blacks have a lot of work for the World Cup. Not feeling confident about the chances. That gaming is hilarious, Hamish. Says David the mod there. So yeah, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. If you do enjoy a bit of gaming, me and George over there do post random stuff. And how you going today, mate? Says Mel, I'm doing very well. International rugby. Back-to-back matches. Going to be absolutely awesome. What's the story behind your suit, brother, says Avil. Pretty much the reasoning is anytime there's a big match, we always wear a suit because like it just has that big match feel that, you know, we got to dress to impress for these contests. And this is certainly one of those games that could be a last-minute thriller. Dalton Papali'i, first carry of the match. Cross Fakatava gives it to Nepololala. Rugby wins. And language is colourful. That is true. And any cards in the game, just the one for Andrew Porter. Will Jordan tackled hard. And it's the tradition, says Jada there. And also, I want to loan you $100, Hamish, but can you spot me $150, says John. Now, nice work from Bowden Barrett, but rush defense from Robbie Henshaw. Mac Hansen almost getting his hands on the ball, but doesn't quite get the turnover that the Irish were after. That's it, Hamish. I'm going to bed. It's past my bedtime, good on, mate, says Bob. So we'll see you later on. And also, first in the world, says Jack. And should drop Kane, the useless fellow as well. And also, yes, Kane's off. Papali'i's got this. Taking the mark there, using up a bit more time here for Ireland. Taking the quick tap as well, so wanting to keep this one alive for a bit longer. Now kicked up high from James Lowe. Going back down, nicely taken by Richie Moonga. Off to Bowden Barrett, the two playmakers in the back line. Will Jordan chasing this one. And he's waiting for it to come down, and he hasn't quite got it. Jameson Gibson Park, though, has knocked it back onto the side of Falau Fakatava, who has to try and get up and go again. It might have been a slight knock-on on the ground. Yes, it was, but they're going back for the initial knock-on. And the All Chokes folding. It also absolutely disappointing match for the ABs. And 13 minutes, says RJ in there. Yeah, we have only got a little bit of time there, 12 minutes of this contest. We will be covering the next match on the channel, which is going to be 9:45 p.m. We are starting, and that is Australia versus England. And that should be a very exciting one. So where does the ranking standing if Ireland win this game? I believe they moved to number 1, which is massive for the Irish. And also Fakatava is a future, says just saying, I'm having a hot Milo with marshmallow escapes and just finished up. I'm going to eat very flaky caramel 12. My dog is fleeced, says Jackson as well. That's never good. And I haven't seen many scrums and work boys in the sunny UK and too tight to buy Sky Sports. And yeah, an Aussie Haka, where's my wallet, says Bruce. Well, we have got plenty more coming up later on today with Australia versus England. Also South Africa, Wales. It's going to be coming up on the channel. And then Argentina, Scotland will be the last one that we are doing. You are a much better commentator than when Soren or when Soren with you, mate. What? Not too sure what it says, Alan. Sorry. It was a really hard and Irish side coming off a tough season, says Patrick. And if I donate $2, can I have back $1? That's money laundering. So we can't do that. And well, impressive, says Steve there. And also Augustine Pulu had a couple of games for the ABs. And speaking of rugby league players, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck might get about 10 minutes at the end of this game. I told you this guy would be 3-3-3-5. And there's, I can't believe this, says Austin. And now off the back, Artie Savia going short side, has broken through the tackle, found the offload to Will Jordan. The pace, once again, stepping, taken down 5 meters out from the line. The All Blacks right where they want to be now. Beautiful pass off to Tupavai. It's dragged down by Porter, and also James Ryan did nicely. They've got the advantage for offside now. The All Blacks, they need to strike now if they want a chance of being able to win it. Now, Artie Savia driven backwards for Lau Fakatava, looking for a little bit of magic here. He's shut down straight away by Tyke Furlong, who just sits on him as well in the process, but he bounces back up to his feet. Let's go, boys. Come on, boys. As well, says Marco, it is going back for the penalty. And if this is the best, imagine how badly we'll play against England and South Africa. Hey, bro, can you give a shout out to my rugby team? Won our club finals. Tai Happy Seniors. Hopefully I've said that correctly. Tai Happy Seniors over Hunterville 40-28. So congratulations to Tai Happy there. 5 meters out, and it looks like the All Blacks want to go for the scrum. I'll never drink a Guinness again, says Jane. And Will Jordan should be starting 15. And is Sonny Bill playing? He is not, but Roger Tuivasa-Sheck will be a little bit later on. Sheesh, says Mel. But yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Gaming if that is something you are interested in. And also, our pinned comment is for the channel membership. If you do want to help support us, make sure to check that out. You get exclusive emojis, including this one that is up in the corner that seems to have changed the momentum shift for the All Blacks. But Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, 20 test caps for the New Zealand Kiwis in Rugby League, and he is adding an All Blacks test cap into there as well. That's okay, Shane, more for us, says Paul there. All Ireland making another change. I think Finley Bilham making his way out there for Tyke Furlong and Roger. And then Hamish Status, Royal Woods books. Says Jackson, a shout out to a one out street battle legend, says Chris Brown. And also, Connor, I have a bet for 71 or 75 to 1 for the All Blacks for the win. And there as well. So that is huge if they do end up getting an Ireland for a historic win. They've got this. So here's Richard there. Yeah, currently 10 minutes separates them from being able to get themselves a monumental series tour, I should say. Now off the back, Artie Savia pops it up to Fakatava. Shut down very quickly by the Irish, all over it in the breakdown, but not able to get the turnover. Now Akira Ioane, the man who did score the try a little bit earlier on in the contest. The All Blacks trying to start again. Dane Coles has done very well to keep that ball. Has he? It's a penalty for a high tackle. Jeez, that is massive for Ireland. And yeah, the big G's, it's still 74 minutes. Yeah, because that one is a little bit ahead, so I've stopped it just so that it doesn't end up going too far further forward. And say the same as Hamish. My aquarium. And also, we have got a donation from John. Thank you very much, John, for $4.20. Marco Vunapola is a big fan of that number, that is for sure. And also, hello from Kenny watching in Japan, Koi Big. Can you give my wife Kano? Hopefully I've said that correctly. So shout out to you, Kano. And also, cheers, mate, says GTs, and also Disintegrated, good multiplex and temperate. And come on, Ireland, number 1, says Richard there as well. Looks like they are just tightening the boots for the Irish. Ty Burney's had a lot to do throughout this contest. Connor Murray now making his way out there. And win or lose today, I'm so proud of the boys in green, says Delta. Yeah, they've already made history by getting themselves their first ever win from or on New Zealand soil. And now it might be the first time since 1998 that New Zealand have lost 2 matches in New Zealand in a row. I'm 6 years old. I know what I was telling us. And there says Jackson also, I'm 60 years old and I know all about it, says Jackson there. And also, come on, All Blacks number 1, says Mel Road. Has gone into touch once again. They are playing, by the sounds of it, Hey Jude at the crowd as well, or at the ground. And head high, says Vader. Yeah, they did say that he was possibly neck rolled maybe. And also, we've got a donation of $4.20 from Marco Vunapola. The best thing about this is we get to look at Marco Vunapola's face. Such a nice selfie, isn't it? It's like when you give your uncle the phone and you're like, take a selfie, mate, and then he comes back with that one. I'll buy you a fitty bag. It's not straight from Ireland. Little bit of a late positive here for the All Blacks. Nowhere near straight as the goal and go the All Blacks. What's the actual time, says Scrumptious. So currently in this game, they are sitting 72 minutes through Zach Foster before the Rugby World Cup. Too late for the All Blacks now. That halftime thumping is too big of a mountain to climb. So yeah, 71-46 the moment in this game. Go the All Blacks number 5. And will be a week of national mourning if nothing changes, says Alan. Yeah, there'll be a lot of disappointed Kiwis, that is for sure. And also WTF of a ref. Says at 48 Tongan and also under 10, says RJ, and Big Cheese, says Toki. Falau Whakatawa about to feed this ball. And I see Keith Earls has also made his way into the midfield, I believe. That is rather than Robbie Henshaw. Once again, Savia tries to break off the back. He's given it off to Falau Whakatawa. It was close to a turnover there. And on the breakdown, Kalen Doris. Did he get it? No, he didn't. Also, we have got there, have a cone for the Big Cheese. Says Marco, another donation. Thank you very much, mate. How much time left? We have got 7.5 minutes. Artie Savia back to Richie Moonga. Sold the pop pass. Now Bowden Barrett tries to go through. Keith Earls able to make the tackle on him. Ireland, they're ruthless in the breakdown. Dane Coles passes back to Richie Moonga. All of the subs linking up now. Will Jordan, he's got Dutton Papali'i on his outside. Instead tries to step inwards. And a minor cost on the ball straight over it. And Ireland, brilliant turnover. That was Ty Byrne that time, who was able to get that one. Now Connor Murray fires it back into the pocket to James Lowe. And that is a good clearing kick. The All Blacks, Richie Moonga, do they consider taking quickly? They do not. And that's we have what's got there 7 minutes is like 40 minutes to the ABs. Thanks so much. I would have or like to have the $2 because I like my dad to give his bank account. You can put it in. Thank you, says Jackson. And also be able to put Samoa to play Ireland. And also to FFS. But now they have got themselves another line out about 30 meters out from the line here, and just having a heart attack listening to this. So here's Alex, a good turnover. And if we lose, what will happen to Foster? Says Kevin. He might make it home if he's lucky. I think there'll be a lot of angry people at him now. Roger Torvasashek tries to step. Wrestled down by Josh Finn and Flair. A good first run at international level. Cody Taylor, Dane Coles wasn't actually expecting that pass, but he has taken it nicely. Foster out. Here's Lusting. And now trying to go through a Kiriwani. Once again, as a decent great New Zealand to win. Meltdown and by the mix. Says Alan King now. Sam Whitelock. Driving backwards. New Zealand still 10 points behind. Carl Tuinukiafi, a late inclusion to the side. That was close to the turnover for Jack Conan. They just secure the body straight over the ball. It can be such danger for the All Blacks if they don't get that early clean out. Now Nepo Lalala rush defense on him from Finley Bilham, who was up very flat. The time now Bowden Barrett sells the dummy, tries to go through. Good tackle made on him by Rob Herring. Now Whakatawa once again going off to the left. Geordie Barrett ball on the outside to a Kiriwani. Mac Hansen has to try and stop him. It's not an easy task as a Kiriwani makes an extra about 10 meters or so. Now passed off to Artie Savia. He's got a try earlier on in the match, and he has now been wrestled down by the Irish defence. Richie Moonga tries to pierce through. He's been slapped hard by Tyke Byrne. Now Whakatawa back to Barrett. One more to Will Jordan, who's taking the ball nicely. It's another advantage to the All Blacks. Now, penalty advantage for offside. Still with 5 minutes left on the clock. Back up Ireland, says Jim. And there's what Nepo Lalala has to carry now. Rolling it back across. Falau Whakatawa. Oh, inside ball to Will Jordan, but it's been slapped down. And that's what they're asking for, but it didn't end up going backwards. And come on, New Zealand score. And I'm an Irish girl in Italy. Says Tracy there. They've taken it quickly. Artie Savia sells that dummy. It works about once a year, but you can't do it every single time, Artie, or else they start to catch on to it. That's good work. And the breakdown from Ireland. And they've ripped it back as well. Brilliant work. And Kanan Foster, a toast good riddance. And filled with joy. Drink more, like says Alan, and I'm celebrating now because it's just a few minutes to go. And ask the crowd, are they walking out totally beat off? Says Tamanako. No, I haven't seen a single person stand up yet other than to cheer on their sides. Okay. Johnny Sexton. Oh. Tyke Byrne. Did go straight through the middle. Cleaned out. Falau Whakatawa. It looks like Johnny Sexton's gone down. What time is it in New Zealand at the moment? It is sitting 8:53. We are 75 minutes through this game. I'm worried. There we go. It goes up to 86. This game is not over yet, though. And FABs are looking unfit, eh? Says Willie, and also heads up the video behind you is frozen. Says Mike there. Cheers. Yeah, no, this one is just a picture for that one. And also, if this week is breakdown from the ABs and the Irish flags. That's passion of a deaf. And also, we have got lower. Does everyone in New Zealand have the same accent? Says Chronic. Nah, if you go down to Gore, it's a lot stronger. Like they seem to, I guess it's a hard way of describing it, but Gore, sometimes it's harder to like understand someone from Gore. And do you react to Murray League? All Stars says No Man's Land. We have actually got our Kiwi Lads Sport channel where we will be doing a lot more of the NRL in the near future. And also Rugby League. We're going to be doing the Rugby League World Cup on that one and a few other ones in the process as well. What I will quickly do while we are waiting for the All Blacks to get this ball back once again, they'll have another crack here. And Tupavai with a nice carry. We'll go like this, and we'll go like that. It's an intercept for Ireland once again. And they have got that ball back. 10 points difference currently. Robbie Henshaw kicks it downfield. That is the link to the Kiwi Lad Sport for anyone who does want to check it out. And also, great commentary tonight, boss. Here's Mr. G. And also, we have got there, show us your tits from Toki. Only if the All Blacks had won. Sadly, they won't be coming out tonight. Makatava goes chipping behind from Bowden Barrett. Waits for the ball to bounce. It doesn't bounce up nicely. Hugo Keenan takes it. And now Ireland once again. Connor Murray goes short side. James Lowe with the grubber. Chasing after a Richie Moonga. He's got no option but to just put this ball down. He has gone down, and it's a goal line dropout now. And also interception low, of course. And he's on $100 fill your boots. And there, and don't let the Irish intimidate you, says CB. And also now I'm sure Wales will also win, says Joe Young. Yeah, it's going to be 1 for the Northern Hemisphere and 0 for the South. And also, so the North are winning all of yesterday, says Chronic Underachiever. I don't know about all of them, but they have certainly started in a brilliant fashion. What's the time in New Zealand? 7:35, April 3rd, 8 p.m. Says Alan, not quite in time check. At the moment, we are sitting 77 minutes through. Even though that says 87, that is lying to you. Once again, thanks a lot, Foster. You just ruined the whole All Blacks legacy. Says Nazi Williams and All Blacks need a new coach in 3 minutes left. I thought it was 80 minutes only, says Richard. It is. It's just that one's very quick. For some reason, they've made up an extra 10 because they didn't stop it. And also, what a effing passion. Stand the F up for these men. There's Guns Spark, but now still available for Ireland. They're looking for one more try. Now one more. Back across for James Ryan. Close. Tupavai. Almost able to get the turnover, but Connor Murray has still got the hands on the ball. Finley Bilham. Another carry. Nicely done. Connor Murray goes back across to the hands of Joey Carberry, who does get a couple minutes at the end of this one. Bring back Buck, says Stephanie. And also we have got the AB's too intense going into the match after Haka. Irish team more relaxed. Now nice pass off to Keith Earls. And you'd have to say that man deserves a try, but he hasn't quite got there. 10 metres out. Ireland looking to hang on to the position for the rest of this match. Joey Carberry. Pop pass up to Josh Van Flair, who's had a flyer of a game, that is for sure. Almost stolen. It's a penalty to the All Blacks. They want to take the quick tap. Connor Murray says you can march for 10, or the All Blacks are getting marched for 10 because Connor Murray did throw it away. Coles took the quick tap. The All Blacks know they've only got 10 points difference between them and getting back into this contest, but it's going to be very, very tough to do so. Koi Big, and thanks for all channel as we can't watch the match but can follow, so thank you. No worries at all. And hope you did enjoy Akira Ioane's just dropped the ball, so I feel like the Irish will enjoy that one a lot more as well. And now they know that it's going to be a historic win, just 1 minute away from the Irish winning their first ever series in New Zealand, the first ever 3-match tour in New Zealand for themselves. And also, I should mention, the first time ever that they've beaten the All Blacks twice in a row in New Zealand. And I think it's just starting to set in for the coaches here. Andy Farrell is getting all of the hugs from his assistant coaches now. And Ireland says Severiana. Hopefully I've said that correctly. And then also students are allowed to get a B sometimes. Or A students are allowed to get a B sometimes. And well done, Ireland. Come on, Ireland, says Colin there. Too many knock-ons, too many booster shots, says Chris Brown. And also well done, Kiwi lads. Great coverage, says Martin. Yeah, we've got 1 more minute left of this matchup. Johnny Sexton's got a smile from ear to ear. And the last time that the All Blacks lost 2 matches in a row on home soil was before I was born, 1998. Congratulations, Ireland. Says David, and also Ireland will be drinking up large tonight. They certainly will. And also Foster passes it to Sam Cane. Cane back to Foster. Foster back to Cane. And they are showing Sam Cane on the screen now. Sounds like the Irish fans are giving him some. Brandon Archie should have been captain. And Foster out a nice work, Ireland. Congratulations, says just saying. Yeah, it's 25 seconds left in this match. And we're number 1, Cecil, so it's massive for them, that is for sure. Right. Wayne Barnes says that we have just got a scrum reset coming on. Also, well done, Ireland history makers. And it's the end of Foster for sure, surely, says Billy Moran. Great coverage, thank you, says Ben. But Peter O'Mahony, he is in tears at the moment. That man has sacrificed his body, his well-being, everything for the Irish. He's got Craig Casey coming straight over to him. He's hardly able to stay on his feet, Peter O'Mahony. He's getting a big hug from his Munster teammate, Gavin Coombs. It's kind of the young and the old when it comes to that loose forward trio, and O'Mahony is just absolutely in tethers. The Irish are already celebrating. Still another 19 seconds left in this contest. Great commentary. Thanks, mate, says Zanek. And also lots of love going to Ireland, says Phoebe there, and Foz and Foster. Another loss added to the record. Thank you, Foster. I'm watching ABs versus Bok live in Joburg. Hope we win. Says Transformation. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome match. I see that is for sure. Right, 4 seconds left. It looks like the Irish want one more try. They are not giving up in this tour just quite yet. They want to try and make a statement. Beat the All Blacks by 13 plus would be absolutely huge for the Irish. But that is the full-time siren. Conor Murray, he's going to put it back into touch. Joey Carberry kicks it out at Ireland. They have made history for themselves. Andrew Porter forgot that he had cramp. He tried to run out onto the field and almost did a calf muscle in the process. But that is going to be an Irish tour to remember for a very long time. If you are wearing the green. And the ABs have met their Catholic priest on their knees. Says Ovi, not Ovi, says I am nutty and also bring back any rugby players that can play rugby, says Tamanako there, and focus on the Rugby World Cup 2023 now, ABs, and love you, Ireland, says Deanna. And by Felicia, a.k.a. Foster, says Vic Mars, and all green, bet the All Blacks, well done, Ireland, and there as well. And also Foster's legacy goes forward, says Tony, yes, Ireland, respect to the All Blacks, great team, says Anna there, and also ROP, but congrats. And still, one moment, I will have a look at it, see what I can see. I will do it in about 5 minutes or so. Rugby itch, if that's all good. And also we have got their bring back Richie, says David Ian and Carberry, last kick in both games. Says Frank, and well, this is huge. Can't actually believe it. Yes, some thought they may not have seen in their lifetime has now taken place. Not just a win. Why do they always interview James Lai? I feel like that's just harsh on that man because of the fact that he is the one guy who was in New Zealand for quite a long time. I feel like there are other options they could have gone with. Geez, Steve. And cheers for another great commentary. Ashton Gold, get yourself a more comfy seat to sit on, brother. It's on me. Says Steve, thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated. And we have got, of course, Australia just around the corner. Hopefully, they do end up going all right for you. And then great commentary in there. And thanks for the commentary. Says no one aims for president, says Simon. I don't know whether or not I'll become the president. I wouldn't mind a Weet-Bix sponsorship, though. And the first thing I'd do is make it so you can't get 2 bloody Scott Barretts in the same pack. That's the first thing I would do. Vote for me for Weet-Bix president, ladies and gentlemen. Awesome commentary, mate, says Tyler. And I was saying, good luck, you heard. I will wounded AB's team, but I'm glad to witness this to let you know there is the biggest years to come now that our loss is due. And cheers, Hamish, thanks for the comms. And also, right, says No Man's Land and come on, Australia. Wallabies need or show the weak ABs how it's done, SJ. And as we say in Jamaica, Ireland brought them up. This is George. And great job, brother, says Vader. And also, here comes Razor. Says Terry, it might not be too far away for him at this point in time, so we will have to wait and see what changes. And also we have got there, does that mean Big House Sport can say Ireland a worthy competition? I'd like to think so. I think Ireland's been worthy competition the whole time. Number 1 in the world, Ireland. And yet for that, you can't see my hands because they were a bit lower, but Ireland, the last 12 months has been absolutely sensational for them. Second in the Six Nations, just missing out to France. Winning last year up against the All Blacks, winning this year up against the All Blacks, twice on New Zealand soil, whole new ballpark for the Irish, and now their eyes will be firmly set on, first of all, the Six Nations next year, the end-of-year tour, of course, and then the Rugby World Cup in 2023. Great commentary as always. Let's hope Australia and Springboks will save the day, says reality always wins. And good commentary, mate, says Simon there. Thank you very much, mate. One word to describe the game, history is the word that I would go with there. Like, Ireland played their hearts out throughout this tour, and when you think about it, they won 1 against the Māori All Blacks, they won 2 against New Zealand. Ireland win this tour, not just on paper, not just on the stats, but just in general. All right, the All Greens, says Steve Smith there, and also Wales will continue, or should continue the surprises, says Joe Young there. Also great commentary as always. And also go Black Ferns in the World Cup, says Taro, and of course that is coming up a little bit later on. And the Brian says good stuff. And also New Zealand, not even top 4 anymore, says CC Media. And also denial next time, says it was Colin Dan. History, says Kevin. And the first AB win was a fluke after all, says Shane. And the first AB, oh no, that was the same one. And also we have got the laughing face from Mo there as well. But Bundy Aki, you can see the emotion on the face of the Irish. Like I mentioned, some of these guys, the older players, that is Johnny Sexton, also alongside that, Peter O'Mahony, some of those guys would have never expected in their lifetime to be able to go on and do such a feat as this. And I know that sounds really strict because they would have known deep down that they can beat the All Blacks. but they've just proved it twice, that they can not just do it once, twice in a row. Fantastic result. Great commentary. Thanks, says Richard. Thank you very much, mate. And I was like, way too good in it every single way. Congratulations, Ireland, says Ty D there. And also made my years. I think you made for a fine job cover this game after work. Jumping for joy, says Dennis. Yeah, enjoy it. It's going to be an awesome one. And fantastic commentary, says Brian. And there's thank you very much, mate. So what we will quickly be doing, we have still got a presentation of a trophy that will be coming up in a very short moment. But what I might do quickly is I am going to quickly go like this. One moment. Just going to check something. Just loading. Oh, my phone just died. It's unfortunate. And also, thanks, says window reviews, interviews, Thomas, and also, man, be hard to watch any AB's games. Might find more joy out of the Warriors. Yeah, and also, I'm Nutty Lol, says Brian there. And 2 swallows don't make a summer. And also, the pub in Ireland is sold out, says Ed Vogel. Yeah, they're going to be going absolutely electric, ear to ear, smiles all around Ireland, all around Europe. It's going to be a big night. So I guess, I mean, I could say the drink responsibly, but I don't think anyone's going to listen to me, are they? But if you do listen to me, drink responsibly. Don't do anything dumb. You know, enjoy it. Celebrate it with friends and family, but don't break things. I guess it's the best way. But bro, Bix and peanut butter, says Robert there. And also well done to all great New Zealand fans. Says window reviews, interview Thomas after this loss. England will start touring New Zealand more often. Watch this. And also the luck of the Irish, says Norma Jean, and even your phone don't want to partake in the All Blacks misery. And also Ireland, they deserve the win in the series because they played so well. Well done, Ireland. Never mind, All Blacks just not good enough. Just be happy for the loss. Maybe next time for the World Cup as well, says Herman. And thanks, bro. Good commentary. Says that's a name and a half. Thank you very much, mate. And Sam Kane's speech now. Do you guys have a job? Says I am nutty there. They deserve their win tonight. It's a comment from Sam Kane. And also, you are like The Rock if you smell what I'm cooking, says Jackson. And I can see a draw, says Tommy. And there, hang on one moment. We've got to get it to update. There we go. It has just updated. And they were able to win it by 10. I'd just like to thank a big thank you to Kiwi players representing Ireland, says Norma Jean. And also, it's a lovely Tash, mate, says Ross. Thank you very much. It did actually come as a forfeit because South Africa lost to Wales. So I don't know what else I'm going to sacrifice in terms of here-wise. Who knows? Maybe, you know what? If there's a clean sweep for the Northern Hemisphere, the 4 matches that is, I will shave the mustache and be bare-lipped for the first time in like 3 years. How about that? We'll throw in that as just a little extra bit of suspense. So that means England, Wales, and also Scotland all have to win. If they all do, goes away. And yes, thanks for the commentary, Sam Kane. Ain't no captain material, says Taro. And thank you, Hamish. You're a good person. Look after yourself, says Jackson. You too, mate. Will you be awake for Springboks versus Wales? Not only awake, we are doing a live stream for that one as well. So it is going to be a pretty awesome one. See how it does end up going. But that is going to be about a 3 a.m. start New Zealand time. We will be starting at 2:30, talking all about the stats for the match. I did not expect the Ireland series or winning a series in New Zealand is unbelievable. And next up to be the All Blacks Japan. Big thank you to their Kiwi players too, says Norma Jean. And great commentary. Thanks, says Stephen. Thank you very much, mate. But nonetheless, do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the Kiwi Lads Sport. That is our other channel that I have just put the link to. If you did enjoy the commentary and you do want exclusive perks in the chat, such as exclusive emojis, everything along those lines, be sure to check out the pin comment there. That will take you to the membership page, which is $5 a month. For New Zealand, I'm over the moon, says Connor Cahill. Yeah, absolutely massive and better to grow a beard. Here's Paul there. I have one, but then it got stolen by the Springboks, unfortunately. And also should have done the reverse Hamish and had that Abe Lincoln beard. That would have been an interesting looking one. It's always, I mean, it's growing not too badly. Like this was all gone last week. So maybe, you know, we might get one by next month, somewhere around there in Koi Big. And there as well. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you.